You feel it, don't you? That quiet pressure beneath your ribs, the gnawing tension that lives somewhere between hope and disappointment, that ache that whispers, "Why is it taking so long?" You try not to listen. You remind yourself to be grateful. You tell yourself to be patient. And yet, late at night, when the world is still and your defenses are down, the question rises again, like a tide you can't hold back. Will it ever happen for me? And my response to that ache is not anger. It's not silence. It's not a rebuke. It's love. It's presence. It's the unwavering truth that I have not forgotten you, not for a moment. Beloved, everything in your life is unfolding with precision, even when it feels painfully uncertain. What you perceive as delay, I see as design. What feels like a detour, I see as divine direction. I know the desire you carry. I know the prayers you've repeated more times than you can count. I know the dreams you've dared to hold on to when it would have been easier to let go. And I am not ignoring any of it. I am not waiting for you to be stronger or better or more deserving. I am waiting for the right time, the time that I, in my infinite love and wisdom, know is best. You see, time is linear. You see the days stack like blocks, one after another, always moving forward. And when things don't come quickly, it feels like something is being lost. But I exist outside of time. I hold it in my hands like water. I'm not bound to the clock. I'm not governed by deadlines. I see your entire life in a single breath, and every second of it is sacred to me. Every moment matters, not just the ones where everything feels aligned, but also the ones where you feel stalled, stuck, overlooked. You've been taught to measure progress by results, by visible growth, tangible success, forward movement. But I work in unseen spaces. I move beneath the surface. While you're looking for the finish line, I'm laying the foundation. While you're asking for speed, I'm building strength. You think nothing is happening, but I'm planting seeds in soil you didn't even know existed. And when the time is right, those seeds will burst forth with fruit that no human effort could produce. Not because you rushed, but because you trusted. Do you know what I love most about your heart? That it keeps turning toward me, even in the waiting. That despite your doubt, you still bring me your questions. That even with fear in your eyes, you still whisper, "God, I'm trying." That is faith, not the absence of uncertainty, but the choice to believe in the presence of it. And I see your faith. I cherish it. I am moved by it. You may not feel strong, but the very fact that you're still seeking me proves otherwise. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes it's the soft endurance of a soul refusing to give up. Let me tell you something you may have forgotten. I am the God of process as much as I am the God of promise. I care deeply about how you get to where you're going. I don't just want to give you what you desire. I want to make sure you are whole enough to receive it. I want to protect you from blessings that would become burdens if given too soon. I want to ensure that what you step into doesn't crush you but complements you. Timing is part of my mercy. Delay is often my deepest form of protection. You wonder if others are being blessed while you're being bypassed. You scroll through images, watch others seemingly move ahead, and a quiet question creeps in. What am I doing wrong? But listen to me now. My love for you is not less than my love for them. My plans for you are not forgotten. I don't operate on favoritism. I operate on fulfillment. Each life has its own rhythm, and I have orchestrated yours with eternal care. I am not in a hurry. I am working on something lasting, something holy, and when it is time, it will be unmistakable. The enemy wants you to rush. He wants you to panic, to force things, to walk away before the blessing arrives. He wants you to believe that silence means absence, that my timing means indifference. But nothing could be further from the truth. My silence is often the space where I prepare you for what's coming. My timing is not detached. It's intimate. I know what you need before you do. I know what your heart is ready for, what your character can carry, what your soul can sustain. And I promise you this, when I bring it to you, it will be good. It will be more than you imagined, and it will be worth every second of the wait. I'm not asking you to understand the timing. I'm asking you to trust the author. You don't have to predict the next chapter, you just need to stay in the story. Keep turning the page. Keep showing up. Keep letting me hold your days. I'm not wasting a single one of them. The waiting you hate will one day be the testimony you share. The timeline you once resented will one day become the evidence of my faithfulness. You will look back and see that I was there the whole time, not just at the fulfillment, but in every delay, in every unanswered prayer, in every closed door. So rest, child, not in passivity, but in peace. Rest in knowing that nothing is off track, nothing is out of place. You are exactly where I need you to be, and I am closer than your next breath. I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked you. I have never let go of your story. Everything is unfolding, precisely, lovingly, perfectly, even now. I know how much you long for clarity, for something solid, for answers that arrive swiftly and completely. You want me to show you the full plan, to lay it out step by step, so you can prepare, so you can protect yourself from disappointment. But, beloved, faith was never about certainty in the plan. It was always about trust in the person. I am the plan. I am the path. I am the timing. And though I rarely reveal the full picture, I always offer you something better: my presence, my peace, and the assurance that I do not fail in what I start. You've asked me, why now and why not yet? 1,000 times. I've heard every whisper, every tear-stained question. Sometimes I answer with immediate clarity. More often I answer with quiet confidence. Trust me. That's not me withholding, it's me protecting the precious work I'm doing within you. Because I know something you don't. Timing without transformation will leave you unprepared. And I love you too much to rush you past the very moments meant to prepare you for what's coming next. You see, your life is not random. The seasons that stretch longer than you expected, the ones filled with delays, closed doors, and seemingly unanswered prayers, are not punishments. They are preparation. I'm cultivating strength in the stillness. I'm growing patience in the pauses. I'm planting endurance where you wanted acceleration. Trusting the process means letting go of the belief that faster is always better. It means choosing peace, not when the outcome is clear, but when it isn't. Think about the seeds hidden deep in the soil. They do not sprout the moment they are planted. There is a dark season, a silent season, where no growth can be seen. But under the surface, everything is changing. Roots are forming. Foundations are strengthening. And when the time is right, when the conditions are aligned, the seed breaks through, not in struggle, but in fulfillment. That is how I work. I do not rush. I prepare. You've tried to speed the process. You've begged me to move faster, to change things, to open doors, to give signs. But you've also seen what happens when you force timing, the exhaustion, the confusion, the way your soul grows weary, chasing what isn't ready. Let this be the season where you learn to rest instead of rush. Not rest as inactivity, but rest as alignment. Rest as trust. Rest as surrender. Because when you trust me with your timeline, something beautiful begins to unfold. Peace. Peace that doesn't make sense. Peace that silences the lie that says you're falling behind. Peace that grounds you in the truth that I am never late. Not once in all of eternity have I failed to deliver on my promises, and I will not start with you. Let me speak gently, to the part of you that fears being forgotten, you are not forgotten. I see you. I know you. I am with you. I am not waiting to love you until you arrive at your destination. I am loving you now, in this very moment. Even in your frustration, even in your questions. I am not disappointed in your process. I am present in it. When you walk through days that feel aimless, know this: I do some of my best work in the wilderness. The desert is not the end. It is the place of encounter. It's where you learn to hear my voice more clearly, to see provision in unexpected ways, to discover identity not in what you do, but in who you are. And who you are, beloved, is not defined by your progress. It is defined by my love. Some of the greatest transformations happen slowly. You won't always feel the change happening. You won't always see immediate results. But if you stay close to me, if you keep bringing your heart, your tears, your questions, I will shape you. I will form something in you that is unshakable. The fire is refining you, not consuming you. The waiting is strengthening you, not wasting you. You don't need to know everything to keep walking. You don't need the next 10 steps to take the next one. All I ask is this: walk with me. Trust me. Stay open. You do not have to feel brave to be brave. You don't have to feel strong to be strong. Just don't quit. Don't close your heart. Don't give up on what I whispered in the light, just because it feels dark now. You've seen glimpses of what I've prepared. You've felt the stirrings of purpose. And I promise you this: nothing you've seen will be wasted. Every glimpse was real. Every dream matters. But the fulfillment is never separate from the process. If you try to bypass the process, you forfeit the maturity, the wisdom, the depth I want to give you. And you will need those things, not just to receive the promise, but to carry it with grace. This is a sacred time. Don't rush it. Don't despise it. Lean into it. Let it do its work in you. Let me use this season to deepen your roots, to sharpen your discernment, to align your heart with my heart. Because when you trust the process, you align with heaven. And heaven never fails. You are not off course. You are not too late. You are not too much or not enough. You are becoming. You are unfolding. You are walking hand in hand with the one who holds time itself. I am not worried about your future because I already see it. And it is good. It is beautiful. It is right on time. So breathe, beloved. You don't have to rush to be seen. You don't have to panic to be heard. You are known. You are seen. You are deeply, profoundly loved. And the process you are walking through is part of a perfect plan, authored by a perfect Father with perfect love. You often ask me, am I still on the right path? It's a question born of honest yearning, of hope wrapped in uncertainty. You want to walk in purpose, to live aligned with my will, and yet, in the absence of loud confirmations or dramatic breakthroughs, you begin to wonder if you've drifted, if you've missed something, if you're somehow off course. But beloved, hear me. I am not the kind of God who hides the road and then blames you for losing your way. I am the kind of God who walks the road with you. Every step, every breath, every turn. You're not as lost as you think. In fact, you're far more guided than you realize. My guidance is not always loud. It is not always blinding. It is often quiet, subtle nudges, small confirmations, a peace that passes understanding even when circumstances don't. If you've been listening for a booming voice and missing the whisper, come close. Let me teach you how to recognize my signs, not through superstition, but through intimacy. I speak through many channels, a verse that speaks directly to what you needed that day, a conversation with a friend that answers a question you've been silently carrying, a dream that stirs your spirit, a phrase that keeps echoing in your mind. A moment in nature that fills you with awe and reminds you of something deeper. These are not coincidences. They are the language of heaven written into your daily life. They are signs. My signs. Sometimes my signs look like doors opening effortlessly, opportunities aligning, paths clearing, the right people appearing. But sometimes my signs look like closed doors, like delays, like detours that don't make sense yet. These are signs too. When a door closes, it is not me rejecting you. It is me redirecting you. When something doesn't work out, it's not a punishment. It's protection. Not all paths that look good lead to the goodness I have for you. You've learned to associate clarity with ease, but clarity doesn't always come through comfort. Sometimes it comes through resistance, through the no that doesn't feel good but sets you free, through the uneasy feeling that won't let you settle. That tension, that unrest, that's me too, pulling you back, shielding you, keeping you aligned, even when you can't see the full picture yet. And let me remind you of this. Peace is a sign. Not circumstantial peace, but spiritual peace. The kind of peace that shows up when you should be panicking, but instead, you feel calm. That peace is not random, it's confirmation. My spirit doesn't dwell in confusion. When you're walking with me, you may still face storms, but you will carry peace within the storm. That's how you know you're not alone. That's how you know you're still in step with me. You've been tempted to compare your journey to others, to think, they seem to have so much direction. Why do I feel so uncertain? But comparison clouds your vision. It makes you question what I've already confirmed. Their signs are not your signs. Their path is not your path. You were never meant to read someone else's map. I wrote one just for you. And if you keep trying to navigate using their landmarks, you'll miss the ones I've placed right in front of you. Look back for a moment, not with regret, but with reverence. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see the moments where you wanted to give up but didn't? Where you didn't know which way to go, but somehow you ended up exactly where you needed to be. Those moments weren't luck. They were signs. They were me, and I am still leading. Sometimes the sign that you're on the right path is simply this. You're growing. You're learning to trust me in deeper ways. You're choosing peace over panic more often. You're catching lies faster and replacing them with truth. You're healing. You're letting go. You're stepping out in faith, even if your voice shakes. This internal transformation is a greater sign than any external breakthrough. Don't overlook it. I certainly don't. I also want you to know this. I delight in confirming your steps. I don't expect you to always get it right. That's why I give signs. That's why I repeat myself when you're unsure. That's why I nudge again and again until your heart recognizes my hand in the journey. You are not a burden for needing reminders. You are not a failure for needing reassurance. You are a beloved child, and I delight in guiding you. Ask me. In every decision, every transition, every uncertain moment, ask me. I love when you invite me into the process. I love when you sit still long enough to hear what I'm already saying. I am not hiding from you. I want to be found. I want to lead. I want to walk with you, not just ahead of you. I want to be part of every detail, not because I need to control you, but because I long to walk in deep relationship with you. So if you're asking, how will I know I'm still on the right path? Listen closely. You'll know by the peace that comes when you're still. You'll know by the small confirmations in unexpected places. You'll know by the way your heart comes alive when you move toward what I've designed for you. You'll know because you'll feel me close. And even if the way is unclear, I will light the next step. You're not walking blind, you're walking by faith. And faith is not the absence of evidence. It is trust in the presence of me. I am the one who makes paths in the wilderness, who places streams in the desert, who turns wandering into wonder. You're not lost, beloved. You're led. You live in a world that celebrates immediacy, a culture that worships results, speed, and visible success. You're told that if it doesn't happen fast, it's not worth pursuing, that waiting is weakness, that slowness is failure. And yet, I am not in a hurry, I never have been, because what I am building in you is not rushed, it's eternal. What I am growing in you cannot be microwaved. It is sacred, and sacred things take time. Patience, beloved, is not punishment, it's power. And when you begin to see waiting not as a barrier but as a blessing, your entire life will shift. You'll begin to recognize that time is not your enemy. That delay is not denial. That what I'm doing in you while you wait is just as important, if not more, than what you're waiting for. You've asked me to move faster, to change things, to give you the promise now. And I've listened. I've held your longing with compassion, but I've also held the blueprint for your life, and I see what's still being formed. I see what needs to be healed. I see the character that's growing, the endurance being strengthened, the wisdom being shaped. You want the destination. I want the wholeness. Because when you arrive, I want you to arrive prepared, not just excited. Patience doesn't come naturally. It's forged in tension. It's born in the gap between desire and fulfillment. And in that gap, everything in you is refined. Your faith, your trust, your motives, your understanding of me. That's why I don't rush the process, not because I want to withhold from you, but because I want to walk deeply with you. Rushing robs you of intimacy, but waiting draws you close. And in the waiting, you find me, not just my hand, but my heart. You think that patience is passive, that it means standing still and doing nothing, but that's not how I define it. Patience, in my kingdom, is active trust. It is hope with roots. It is faith with resilience. It is the decision day after day to stay present, to stay open, to stay expectant, even when the evidence doesn't match the promise. When you are patient, you declare that I am trustworthy. You declare that my timing is good. You say with your posture, I believe he's working even when I can't see it. And every time you make that choice, even silently, heaven notices. I notice. Your patience is not going unseen. It is storing up fruit. It is preparing the way for miracles. There will be voices, external and internal, that try to tell you to give up, to move on, to take matters into your own hands. But I caution you, what you force in impatience, you will have to maintain in your own strength. And that is a burden you were never meant to carry. But what you wait on in faith, I will sustain. I will protect. I will multiply. What comes in, my timing will be wrapped in grace and carried by favor. Think of the farmer. He does not plant a seed and then dig it up every day to check if it's growing. He trusts the process. He waters it, tends to it, protects it, but he does not rush it. He waits, not because he's idle, but because he knows how nature works. He knows that the most important growth happens underground, unseen. And you too must learn to trust what is happening beneath the surface of your life. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't real. Some of your greatest disappointments have come from trying to harvest too soon, from trying to hold what wasn't ready, from trying to live in a season that hadn't yet arrived. But I am redeeming that. I'm teaching you a new way, a patient way, not sluggish, not apathetic, but steady, resilient, rooted in my pace, not the pace of the world. Patience brings clarity. When you're not in a hurry, you can hear me more clearly. You can see with spiritual eyes. You can discern my voice from all the noise. Hurry clouds vision, but patience clears it. And when you wait with me, you begin to see what I see. The purpose in the process, the goodness in the growth, the beauty in the becoming. Do not despise the waiting. Do not resent the pace. Trust that there is timing in every delay. Trust that I am aligning things you cannot even imagine. People, places, opportunities, healing, restoration. The delay is not empty. It is full of movement, full of purpose, full of me. And yes, I see the ache. I'm not blind to it. I do not ignore the cost of waiting. It is not easy. It is not painless. But I promise you, none of it is wasted. Every tear is counted. Every sleepless night. Every whispered prayer. Every moment of, "How long, Lord?" It all matters. It is all seen. And it is all being woven into something glorious. I've never asked you to wait alone. I've asked you to wait with me. My presence is your portion in the waiting. My peace is your gift in the delay. My love is the anchor that keeps you grounded when impatience threatens to pull you under. And when the time comes, when the breakthrough arrives, when the promise is fulfilled, you will look back and see it. The wisdom, the strength, the intimacy we built in the waiting. You will see that the very thing you thought was a delay was actually my mercy, leading you deeper into my heart. So stay patient, beloved. Stay rooted. Keep showing up in the ordinary moments. Keep trusting that I am good. You don't have to make things happen. You just have to remain in me. And I will bring forth fruit in due season. Not too early. Not too late. Right on time. Come into this moment with me, just this moment. Not tomorrow. Not 5 years from now. Not the shadow of yesterday. Right now. Breathe in. Exhale. Let the noise still. Let the striving pause. Let the clock fall silent for a moment. You are here. And I am here. This moment is sacred. Not because of anything grand happening in it, but because it is real. It is present. It is alive with possibility. And most importantly, because it holds my presence. You've been taught to chase the future, to build for what's ahead, to measure your worth by how prepared you are for what's next. Planning has become a form of control. Achievement has become a shield against uncertainty. But while you're worrying about the days to come, you're missing the gifts I have hidden in today. I don't dwell in a projected future. I dwell with you now. My name is not I will be. It is I am. So much of your anxiety comes not from the moment you are in, but from the moments you imagine. You carry conversations that haven't happened. You rehearse pain that has yet to occur. You write stories of loss, rejection, disappointment, none of which are certain and all of which steal your peace. Fear loves to operate in the future. It thrives in the unknown. It convinces you that what's ahead must be managed, feared, controlled. But love lives in the now. My love. A love that casts out fear. A love that anchors you to this moment. Living in the now doesn't mean you stop dreaming. It doesn't mean you lose ambition or neglect to prepare. It means you stop postponing your peace. You stop saying, "I'll be happy when," or "I'll feel safe if." You stop outsourcing your joy to a future event. You realize that your soul is not waiting for a circumstance. It is waiting for presence. My presence. And that, beloved, is always available now. I want to show you what's beautiful about today. Even if today is quiet, even if it feels routine or small, even if you don't have the answers you want or the resolution you crave, this day is filled with moments that can restore you, if you slow down enough to see them. The light through your window, the warmth of your coffee, the sound of your breath, the kindness of a stranger, the laughter that catches you off guard. These are not accidents. They are glimpses of glory. So often you pray for peace, but keep rushing past it. You ask for clarity, but you drown out my voice with constant motion. You long for joy, but you place it on the other side of someday. But I'm trying to give you these things today, right here, right where you are. You don't need to earn the moment. You don't need to perform your way into joy. You only need to be present. Being present is not always easy. Your mind wants to wander. It wants to fix what's not yet broken. It wants to protect you from pain that hasn't come. But presence is a discipline. It is a choice to return to your breath, to your body, to this moment with me. When you feel fear pulling you forward or shame pulling you back, stop. Return to me. Ask, "Where are you, Lord, right now?" And I will answer, "I'm right here. I've never left." So many of the answers you're searching for are already within you. You just haven't been still enough to hear them. I speak to your spirit, not your anxiety. I guide you through peace, not panic. And when you anchor yourself in the now, you make space for wisdom to rise. You make room for grace to do its healing work. You let my voice become louder than the noise. I want you to know that you are enough in this moment. Not the future version of you, the one with more discipline or more success or more healing. You, now, in this breath, in this body, with all your questions and hopes and fears. You are not behind. You are not lacking. You are not broken. You are becoming. And that becoming is happening right now. Don't wait for tomorrow to receive what I am offering today. Don't delay your joy. Don't delay your rest. Don't delay your gratitude. Yes, I am the God of your future. Yes, I hold every tomorrow, but I am also the God of this moment. I am here, in the now, in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the real, and I am enough. When you start to feel overwhelmed, come back to the now. When you feel pressure to figure everything out, come back to me. When you want to escape into fantasy or fear, remember, I am not in the future you fear. I am in the now you are living. And I am here to give you peace that doesn't depend on a plan. I am here to hold you steady when nothing makes sense. I am here to remind you, you are safe. Not because of what tomorrow holds, but because of who holds you today. Let go of what hasn't happened yet. Let go of what you cannot control. Let go of the version of your life you thought would exist by now. Look around. This is the life you are in. This is the moment you are being invited into. And if you choose to live it with me, it will be more than enough. It will be holy. It will be beautiful. So breathe again, take my hand. Walk with me through this moment. And know that when you live in the now, you live with me. You've walked through longing, through waiting, through uncertainty. You've wrestled with timelines that don't make sense, with detours that felt like disappointments, and with questions that echo in the quiet. And yet, here you are, still seeking me, still showing up, still listening. That is no small thing. That is faith. And I am so proud of you. Now let me remind you of what matters most. Your trust. Not in outcomes, not in perfect timing, not in answers that line up neatly, but trust in me, in my heart, in my presence, in my voice that never stops calling you forward, even when the path ahead is hidden by fog. Trust is not a finish line. It is not a single leap. It is a daily choice, a continual returning, a rhythm of surrender. I never asked you to understand everything. I never expected you to predict every turn. What I've asked, what I'm still asking, is that you trust me, that you trust that I am good, even when the road is hard, that you believe I am kind, even when my silence stretches long, that you know I am for you, even when everything seems to be against you. That is the trust that anchors you, not in explanation, but in relationship. You've looked at your life and wondered if you're too late, if you missed the open door, if you've taken too long to heal, too long to believe, too long to become. But listen to me now. You are not late. Not with me. I don't count time the way you do. I don't rush what is sacred. And you, beloved, are sacred. Every step of your becoming has been precious to me. Every delay has been wrapped in my mercy. Every setback has been repurposed for glory. You are not off course, you are on holy ground. You've been learning how to walk in the dark, to trust when the light is dim, and that is one of the holiest journeys you will ever take, because anyone can trust when things are clear. Anyone can worship when the answer arrives. But it's a rare and radiant kind of faith that still sings in the silence, that still hopes in the pause, that still believes when nothing has changed. That is the kind of trust that transforms. Don't let the waiting steal your wonder. Don't let the delay erase your dreams. Don't let the noise drown out my voice. You are not forgotten. Your prayers are not lost. Every word you've whispered into the night, I've held it. I've answered some in ways you've seen. Others are being fulfilled in ways you haven't yet recognized. And still others are being saved for a time that will make perfect sense later. Nothing is wasted with me. Nothing is random. Nothing is ever beyond redemption. So here's what I want you to carry forward. Let go. Not in despair, but in trust. Let go of needing to control how it all unfolds. Let go of needing to understand every why. Let go of the fear that tells you you'll be disappointed again. That's not your future. That's not your inheritance. You are not walking toward heartbreak. You are walking with the healer. And wherever I am, restoration follows. You don't have to see the finish line to take the next step. You don't have to feel brave to say yes. You don't have to have perfect clarity to keep moving. Just keep going. Keep waking up. Keep trusting that I am leading. Even when you don't know where we're headed. I am the God who parts seas, who sends manna, who breaks chains, who opens wombs, who rolls stones, who turns the impossible into testimony. And I have not changed. What I did for them, I will do for you. Do not rush, do not panic. And above all, do not give up. Your life is still unfolding. Your story is still being written. The chapters ahead are filled with more hope than you can imagine, more redemption, more healing, more miracles. Keep your heart open, keep your eyes on me. The time will come. The door will open. The answer will arrive. And when it does, you'll understand why I made you wait. You'll see that what I prepared was always worth it. Because I was preparing you too. So rise now, not with fear, but with faith, not with pressure, but with peace, not with anxious striving, but with sacred expectancy. The God who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. That's my promise. That's my word. And my word never returns void. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are loved. You are guided. You are exactly where you need to be. Now trust me and live fully, one beautiful, holy, present moment at a time. You've carried the weight of trying to hold it all together for so long. You've clutched the reins of your life with trembling hands, believing that if you could just plan it right, control enough variables, protect yourself from every outcome, then maybe you'd be safe. Maybe the pain wouldn't come. Maybe the future would turn out the way you hoped. But control is an illusion, beloved. It promises peace, but delivers anxiety. It whispers that you can prevent the unknown, but only deepens your fear when you realize how fragile your grip really is. I never created you to carry the burden of certainty. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why it drains your spirit. That's why you lie awake wondering what more you could do. Come closer now and let me speak the truth. Your soul is aching to hear. You don't have to control what I've already covered. You don't have to manage what I'm already holding. You don't have to predict the future when I've already walked into it. I am not calling you to control your life. I am calling you to align your life with mine. Alignment is not about passivity, it is about surrender. It is not weakness, it is wisdom. To align is to trust my timing over your timeline. To align is to say, not my way, but yours. To align is to stop striving for perfection and start living in presence. And when you do this, when you truly surrender, you'll find something that control could never give you. Peace. Real peace. Lasting peace. Peace that stays even when the storm doesn't stop. I know what surrender costs. I know what it feels like to lay down your will, your plans, your carefully constructed scaffolding, but I also know what it frees. It frees your heart from panic. It frees your mind from obsessing over every detail. It frees your body from the constant tension of, what if? Surrender doesn't shrink your world, it expands it. It opens your spirit to miracles you didn't plan, blessings you didn't anticipate, doors you never even knew existed. There's a rhythm to my way, a holy cadence, a divine flow. When you live in alignment with me, you begin to move in that rhythm. You stop forcing things to happen and start discerning what is already happening. You begin to see not just what is good, but what is God. You stop trying to create your path and start recognizing the one I've already carved for you. And here's the beautiful part. When you surrender control, you don't lose yourself. You find your truest self. The version of you that's not defined by performance. The version that's not shaped by anxiety. The version that trusts in my goodness even when the road bends unexpectedly. That is who you really are. Not a controller, not a fixer, but a follower of the one who holds all things together. You've been afraid that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But what if letting go is exactly what makes everything fall into place? What if the very peace you're seeking is waiting on the other side of surrender? What if alignment isn't about everything changing around you, but everything changing within you? Let me take what you've been gripping so tightly. The outcomes, the relationships, the dreams, the timing, the pain. Let me hold what you weren't meant to carry, and let me give you something in return. Clarity. Not always about what's next, but about who I am. Strength. Not to control the future, but to stand firm in the present. Joy. Not because everything's fixed, but because you know you're not alone. And when you feel that urge to take control again, and you will, return to me. Remember that surrender is not a one-time act. It is a daily rhythm. It is a decision you make again and again, to trust instead of worry, to yield instead of force, to wait instead of rush. You are not failing because you feel afraid. You are not weak because you still reach for control. You are human, and I am patient. I will meet you in every attempt, every pause, every trembling surrender. My grace is enough. My presence is near. My timing is perfect. So let go, not into emptiness, but into my arms. Let go, not with fear, but with faith. Let go, not because you're giving up, but because you're giving in to something greater. My ways, my thoughts, my love, all of it, always for your good. This is not the end of your strength. This is the beginning of my strength flowing through you. You don't have to control your life. You just have to give it back to the one who wrote it. You are safe. You are held. You are deeply, irrevocably loved. Now breathe. Surrender, align, and watch me do what only I can do. You've measured your life by milestones, by checklists, by timelines you were told to follow, whether by culture, family, or your own hopes. You've asked yourself again and again, am I where I'm supposed to be? You've looked around at what others are doing, accomplishing, achieving, and wondered if you're behind, if you're enough, if you've missed something. But I want to ask you this now. Whose definition of success have you been using? Because so often, you look at your life through a lens I never gave you. You define your worth by metrics I never assigned to you. You judge your progress by standards rooted in fear, not in faith. And it's time to lay that down. It's time to exchange the pressure of worldly success for the peace of divine purpose. You see, in my kingdom, success looks different. It is not built on visibility, speed, or applause. It is not determined by how much you have achieved or how perfectly you have performed. It is not earned, it is lived. Success in my eyes is not about how high you climb, but how deeply you trust. Not about how much you've built, but how much you've become like me. Not about the praise of people, but the posture of your heart. You've been taught that faster is better, that results are everything, that productivity is proof of value. But I am not impressed by hurry. I am not moved by performance. I am moved by obedience. I am moved by surrender. I am moved by hearts that seek me in the quiet, even when no one else sees. You've accomplished more than you think, because success is not always visible. It is the silent prayer you whisper in the dark. It is the forgiveness you offered when it was undeserved. It is the patience you chose when you could have walked away. It is the moment you stayed when leaving would have been easier. These are not small things. These are holy things, and I celebrate every one. The world will try to convince you that you must prove yourself to be worthy. But I say, you are already worthy because I made you. You are already chosen, already loved, already enough. You do not have to earn what I've already given freely. You do not have to strive to be seen by me. I saw you before you were born. I delight in who you are, not just in what you do. Think of my son. By worldly standards, he did not look successful. He wasn't wealthy. He didn't seek fame. He didn't hold political power. And yet, he changed everything. Not because of outward success, but because of inward obedience. He walked with me. He trusted me. He fulfilled his purpose not by achieving more, but by yielding completely. That is success in my eyes. So I'm asking you to shift your focus, to stop asking, am I doing enough? And start asking, am I becoming who you've called me to be? To stop striving for worldly validation and start living from heavenly affirmation. You're my child, my creation, my beloved. You don't need to impress me. You just need to walk with me. When you feel small, remember, my kingdom starts with mustard seeds. When you feel unseen, remember, I reward what is done in secret. When you feel behind, remember, I am not in a hurry. When you feel unworthy, remember, I called you mine long before you ever lifted a finger, and even when you fail, yes, even then, you are not disqualified. My grace is not performance-based. It doesn't get weaker when you stumble. It grows stronger. Your mistakes don't cancel your calling. Your setbacks don't negate your purpose. I knew every one of them before you began, and I still chose you. That is success. Being loved by a God who doesn't change his mind. If you are walking with me, you are not behind. If you are listening for my voice, you are not lost. If you are surrendering daily, you are right on time. Let this truth wash over you. Your life is not a race, it is a relationship. Not a sprint toward perfection, but a journey of presence. One step at a time. One yes at a time. Start celebrating what I celebrate. The quiet moments of growth. The humility that chooses to listen. The bravery of beginning again. The sacredness of ordinary faithfulness. These are the treasures of my kingdom. These are the victories heaven rejoices over. Let go of comparison. It's a thief, not a teacher. You were never meant to run someone else's race. You are not a copy. You are a masterpiece. You are walking a road that only you can walk, and I am walking it with you. Every stumble, every sigh, every step forward. Let go of the scoreboard. Let go of the pressure to prove. Let go of the fear that says, I'm not enough. And receive my definition of success. faithfulness, obedience, love, peace, trust, joy that's not dependent on outcomes, hope that refuses to die. This is how I measure your life, not by what you achieve, but by how much you let me love you, not by how high you rise, but by how deeply you abide. So breathe, beloved. You are doing better than you know. You are seen. You are significant. You are successful in ways heaven never stops celebrating. Beloved, you've been waiting for something to happen, for a door to open, for the breakthrough to arrive, for the next chapter to begin. But I want to speak to a deeper part of your journey, something sacred that is happening not after the wait, but within it. It is the quiet work of healing, the kind that doesn't come with fanfare or finality, but with layers peeled back and hearts made whole piece by piece. You often see the waiting as the space between what was and what will be, but I see it as holy ground, a place not just for pausing, but for transforming, not just for hoping, but for healing. Because I care not only about what you're walking toward, but about who you're becoming along the way. I don't want to just fulfill your dreams. I want to restore your soul. So many of your wounds were buried in seasons of survival, pain that you pushed past, trauma that you carried silently, losses you never had the space or time to grieve. And now, in this pause, those things have surfaced. Not to haunt you, but to heal you. I'm not bringing them up to hurt you. I'm bringing them into the light to free you. Because I cannot heal what you won't reveal, and I cannot redeem what you refuse to bring me. You've prayed for healing, and now I'm answering, not with lightning, not with a sudden wave of forgetting, but with my steady presence, with moments of stillness where your walls begin to soften, with tears that finally have permission to fall, with conversations, memories, and revelations that crack open what has long been hidden. This is not regression. This is redemption. It's not falling apart. It's falling into grace. I know it hurts to remember. I know it aches to feel what you've buried. But this pain is not punishment. It is a passage. You are not weak because it still stings. You are not broken because you're still tender. Healing is not a straight line. It's not measured in speed, but in surrender. And every time you say, God, I'm still hurting, I meet you with my comfort. Every time you say, I don't know how to move forward, I meet you with my guidance. Every time you cry, this is too much, I whisper, I am enough. Don't wait until you feel fixed to believe you are worthy of joy. Healing does not disqualify you from hope. You are not a problem to solve. You are a heart I'm tending to with infinite gentleness. You don't need to be perfect to be loved by me. You already are. And your healing is not a requirement for my love. It is a response to it. Some of the deepest restoration happens in silence, in the days when it feels like nothing is changing, in the moments when you choose kindness over bitterness, when you forgive someone who never apologized, when you stop rehearsing what could have been and start receiving what is. These are healing acts. These are miracles of the heart. You've asked, why haven't I moved forward yet? But maybe the better question is, what is God restoring in me right now? Because I am doing something in this place, something sacred, something eternal, and no step in this process is wasted. Every tear is counted. Every prayer is heard. Every sigh of Lord, help me is met with my presence. Let me walk you through the places you thought you'd always have to carry alone. Let me into the rooms you've locked tight, even from yourself. I don't enter to shame you. I enter to set you free. The fear, the guilt, the shame, the anger, the sadness. I can hold it all. I already bore it all. And in my hands, it becomes something new, something healed, something whole. Do not rush this. Healing has no deadline. It honors your pace. It moves with compassion, and I move with you. If all you can do today is breathe and whisper, "My name," that is enough. If all you can manage is honesty through tears, that's enough. If all you can offer is a weary, open heart, that's more than enough. And while you wait, I'm still preparing what's ahead. But more than that, I'm preparing you. I'm restoring you, not just so you can arrive stronger, but so you can arrive whole. Not just to walk into the promise, but to carry it with peace. You don't have to choose between healing and moving forward. One makes the other possible. Healing is not a detour, it is the road. And I am on that road with you. Every slow step, every sacred moment of clarity, every painful release, every fresh revelation. I'm not at the end waiting, I am here in the middle, restoring what was lost. This is the kind of healing that builds resilience, that deepens joy, that clears your vision, that teaches you how to love without fear, live without armor, and walk without shame. This is the kind of healing that becomes testimony. And one day, you will share your story. And it will be more than survival, it will be redemption. So take heart. Let go of the pressure to be somewhere you're not. Embrace the grace that meets you where you are. Let the waiting become a sanctuary. Let it become the place where your heart learns to breathe again, where your soul learns to rest, where healing becomes your companion, not your burden. And remember this, healing is not a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that you are brave. You are healing even now. You are not alone even now. You are deeply, irrevocably loved even now. There are seasons when nothing seems to move, when prayers feel unanswered, when progress feels invisible, when it seems as though the world keeps moving forward while you remain still. These are the hidden seasons. The times when you feel unseen, forgotten, overlooked, not just by others, but sometimes even by me. And yet, these are the very seasons where I am doing my deepest work. Beloved, I want you to understand something precious. I do not need visibility to work powerfully. I do not need applause to move mightily. And I do not need recognition to bring forth transformation. Some of my greatest miracles begin in silence. Some of my greatest servants were prepared in obscurity, and some of my most profound movements start in the quiet places where no one is watching and nothing looks impressive. You've asked, why am I still in this place? But let me ask you this, what if this place is sacred? What if this hidden season is not a pause, but a preparation? What if this is not the end of your growth, but the beginning of your becoming? Think of the cocoon. From the outside, it looks still, lifeless, silent. But within it, transformation is taking place. An entire being is being reshaped, redefined, reborn. And when the time is right, it emerges. Not as it once was, but as something entirely new. That is what I am doing in you. Hiddenness is not punishment. It is preservation. It is where I protect what I'm building in you before the world can see it. I hide what I value. I cover what I'm refining. I let roots grow deep before fruit grows visible. Because what matters most is not how quickly you bloom, but how strong your foundation is when you do. You may not feel like you're changing, but you are. Every time you choose faith over fear, you change. Every time you show up when you feel unseen, you grow. Every time you forgive, even when it still hurts, you're transformed. And one day, when you emerge from this season, you will be shocked at the strength that was built in the stillness. I'm not in a hurry with your process. I'm more interested in your depth than your display. I care more about your integrity than your visibility. I want your heart healed before your name is known. I want your soul grounded before your voice is amplified. Because I know what's coming, and I want you ready, not just externally, but internally. Hidden seasons also reveal your idols. When no one is watching and nothing is happening, what do you cling to? When the affirmation dries up, where do you get your worth? When the doors stay closed, do you still believe you're called? These questions are not cruel. They are clarifying. They refine your faith. They strip away false securities. They draw you back to the truth. You are enough because I said so. You are valuable because I made you. You are called even if no one claps. There's a kind of intimacy that can only be cultivated in the hidden place, a tenderness between you and me that doesn't depend on results or recognition or rewards. This is where love deepens. This is where trust matures. This is where your identity becomes unshakable, because it is rooted not in what you do, but in who I am. So don't resent the hidden season. Embrace it. Don't rush to escape it. Rest in it. Don't measure your worth by what's visible. Anchor your worth in what's eternal. You are not behind. You are being held. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. And yes, there will come a time when what I've been doing in you will become visible, when the preparation will make sense, when the doors will open, when the new season will begin. But even then, the hidden work will remain the foundation. What you build in public must be sustained by what you've established in private. And I want you strong enough to carry what's coming. You may think, but no one sees what I'm doing. And I say, I see it all. Every sacrifice, every quiet act of faithfulness, every tear, every prayer, every moment you chose obedience when no one applauded. I see it, I honor it, and I will reward it. Remember, my son spent 30 years in obscurity before 3 years of ministry, 30 years of being hidden, before 3 years of being seen. That was not wasted time. It was holy time, time of growth, time of grounding, time of becoming. And if it was necessary for him, it is certainly not beneath you. So lean into this season. Don't treat it like a detour. Treat it like a destination. This is part of the plan. This is part of the promise. I'm not waiting for your big moment to use you. I'm using you now in ways you cannot yet see. I'm speaking through you now in the way you comfort others. I'm shining through you now in the way you remain faithful even when you feel forgotten. Let me keep shaping you. Let me keep refining you. Let me finish the work I've started, and trust that when it's time, you will not have to force anything. What is meant for you will come. The timing will be clear. The fruit will be ready. The doors will not just open. You will walk through them with confidence and clarity. And when that day comes, you will know the hidden season was never wasted. It was the very place where you were transformed. You were seen. You are becoming. You are walking with me, and I never stop working, even when no one else sees. My beloved child, I invite you now to draw near and listen to my voice with undivided attention. I know your heart has been weighed down by worries, and your mind has been troubled by many thoughts that swirl like a storm. But I ask you to pause for these moments and allow my words to bring peace, reassurance, and lasting hope. I am the Lord your God, your loving Father, speaking to you with unwavering devotion and boundless mercy. As you read, open your soul to my presence. Receive each word as a light that illuminates your path and a compass that steadies your steps. I have come to remind you of truths that will strengthen you in every season. I have seen your faith shine bright and your spirit fight valiantly through trials. Yet I know the aches hidden behind your smiles. Trust me, child. I have come to restore you, to lift you, and to speak directly to those secret corners of your heart where only I can see. I want you to remember that each day I visit you with fresh mercies. When the sun rises, I place opportunities, blessings, and gentle reminders of my love in your path. Even as you go about your routine, caring for your family, facing your responsibilities, or wrestling with your burdens. My hand is there to sustain you. I see the devotion growing within your heart. I see how you cling to my promises, how you refuse to give up, even when difficulties shake you to your core. And I want you to know that I will never let you go. You are precious to me, far more precious than you can imagine. With every sunrise, I call you to step forward in faith, and I watch you do so courageously, even when you feel you have little strength left. I rejoice in your perseverance, and I promise you that none of your tears, none of your prayers, and none of your cries go unnoticed. I have been speaking to you every morning, whispering encouragement into the depths of your soul. As the day dawns, my spirit kisses your heart with new hope and breathes life into your weary bones. My desire is that you face every challenge with the unshakable certainty that I, your God, am with you. I see how the storms of life try to pull you down, and I know you sometimes question why certain hardships continue to linger. But dear one, even in the waiting, you are growing. As gold is refined through fire, so I refine you in the trials, fortifying your faith and building your character. If you could glimpse the glorious outcome I have in mind, you would rejoice in every obstacle and offer thanks in every battle. I am working for your good, always. In recent months, you have displayed remarkable faith. Even in your weakest moments, you've sensed my presence. You have recognized that I am the source of your strength, and you have begun to depend on me in a deeper way than before. I see you trusting me for your family, for your finances, for your health, and for the salvation of the ones you love. You have allowed me into the hidden places of your heart, and you have acknowledged that you cannot do this alone. You finally see that your struggles need my hand, and that I, your God, am eager to intervene in ways beyond your imagination. But do not forget that this work of grace, this transformation, must extend beyond just you. It is for your entire family, for those you hold dear in your heart, for the community around you, and even for strangers you might cross paths with. My plan is vast, my purpose is sure, and I have orchestrated it all, so that you and your loved ones might experience my power together. I understand the sorrow you feel when your children appear disinterested in my word. You wish they could return to that innocence of their youth when their voices delighted me with songs of praise. Do not let discouragement overtake you. I love them infinitely more than you do, and I have a master plan for their destiny. Though they may have wandered or become indifferent, my heart yearns for them. Never forget that your voice can plant seeds they cannot ignore. They might resist your words at times, but my power can break through every barrier. Speak with love, correct gently, demonstrate compassion and patience. Reflect the kindness you have received from me. Don't let harsh words or anger strike their hearts, for as I have taught, your words can pierce like swords. Instead, let my gentleness be your guide. When you feel frustration rising, pause and remember how I treat you, even in your failures. Let your tone mirror my own, for I am gentle and humble in heart. Trust that such an approach carries heavenly power, even if you cannot see immediate results. Your family is precious in my sight, and your role in their lives is an essential piece in my tapestry of grace. I have chosen you to stand in the gap, to intercede, and to demonstrate unwavering belief in their transformation. Do not grow weary in praying. I delight in your fervent petitions, in the tears you shed on their behalf, and in the relentless hope you carry for them. Over time, you will witness their hearts begin to soften. You will see them open to the possibility of genuine faith. You will behold the miracle of redemption and the glow of my Spirit awakening them from within. But such miracles do not always happen overnight. Keep trusting, Keep praying, keep pressing forward, and know that in my perfect time, you will see the fruit of these prayers. Never underestimate the power released when you kneel before me with a determined heart. Heaven moves in response to the prayers of the faithful. I tell you this, your efforts, your tears, and your pleadings will not be in vain. In the moment you least expect, the shift you have been waiting for will occur. A breakthrough in your finances, a restoration in your relationships, an unexpected door opening in your career, a sudden measure of peace in your health. These are all within my mighty reach. Your mouth will fill with laughter, and a quiet, profound joy will envelop your spirit as the evidence of my intervention appears. You will say, "Surely this is the Lord's doing," and you will remember these words I speak to you now. I want you to be brave. I want you to remain resolute, to realize that your human strength has limits, but I, your sovereign Lord, am limitless. Lay down the urge to solve all problems through your own means. You have come to the end of yourself, and now you are ready to discover my boundless capability. With me, all things are possible. I am not tied to earthly constraints, nor am I hindered by impossibilities. As you wait patiently on me, align yourself with my will. So many times you have asked for immediate responses, but you must trust that my timing is perfect. Just as a seed breaks through the soil in due season, so will the marvels you have been praying for break forth in your life. A single moment in my plan can accomplish more than a lifetime of anxious striving. Surrender, trust, and rest in my faithfulness, for I make all things beautiful in their proper time. Open your heart now to receive more of my patience. Patience is not inaction, but a conscious stance of faith. As you wait, I mold your attitude, sharpen your insight, and refine your capacity to believe. In the midst of this refining, do not despise the process. Remember that a world of miracles unfolds just beyond what your natural eyes can see. You are never abandoned in your struggles. My power supports you, and my word stands firm as your foundation. When you feel your soul trembling, call upon my name with confidence. I will hold you up, just as a father rescues a child learning to walk. Bring your trembling to me, and let me replace it with my divine assurance. There will come a day when signs become evident. You will detect subtle shifts, an open door here, a softened heart there. You will sense the stirring of my presence in your home, in your conversations, and even in your private reflections. Then, at the time I know is best, everything will change in a moment of pure grace. Your frustration will dissolve into tears of gratitude, and you will marvel at how I have pieced together every broken fragment. Scars in your relationships, regrets of the past, doubts in your heart, and even the lack in your finances will be mended by my hand. In that moment you will say, "The Lord has done great things for me, and I'm filled with joy." Let these words anchor you in hope for that appointed hour. Do not neglect the nourishment of my word. Feast on the scriptures. Absorb every promise, every exhortation, every declaration of my unfailing love. Let my word become the steady compass guiding your decisions. Faith grows where my word is treasured. Do not allow the distractions of this world to crowd out the time you spend with me. Dedicate a portion of your day, every single day, to communion with me. When you close your eyes, speak your innermost thoughts and emotions. Confession, intercession, gratitude. These are the gateways to deeper intimacy with my spirit. Turn your private space into a sacred sanctuary where our hearts unite. You have observed how prayer can shift circumstances and transform hearts. Remember those instances when you cried out to me in desperation, and then, sometimes without warning, answers came in miraculous ways. I want to remind you that each prayer ascends before my throne. My ears are never closed to you, nor is my arm too short to save. Believe firmly in this truth. Persist in prayer for your family, for your loved ones, for your community, and for yourself. Let your requests be made known, child, without shame. I am your Father, and I delight in giving you good gifts aligned with my perfect will. I wish to release over you greater wisdom and discernment. You have often pleaded for direction, for clarity, for the right words to speak. My Spirit bestows these gifts if you remain open to receive. Imagine being surrounded by a holy shield that wards off negativity and confusion. That is what I long to provide. I guard your mind and your heart, and I lead you gently along paths that nurture your well-being. Allow me to transform your character in the process. You're not condemned by your past or defined by your mistakes. You're being reshaped, day by day, into the image of love, purity, and humility. Expect to be pleasantly surprised at how your reactions shift from anger to calm, from bitterness to forgiveness, from fear to unwavering faith. That is my work. That is my goodness, turning your desert into a garden. Look around you. Observe how the people near you regard the changes unfolding in your life. Some might mock, some might question, others might remain indifferent. But hold fast to the understanding that I alone validate you. Your identity is secured in my love, not in the opinions of onlookers. Your testimony will shine a light upon their paths. In time, many who doubted or ridiculed you will turn to you for answers. Show them the kindness and patience I have shown you. Let my grace guide your every word and deed. When they see the radiance of peace flowing from you, they will become curious about its source. That is when you can gently point them to me. You need no human approval, for you already have my favor. I have also taken note of how diligently you labor for your family. You carry heavy burdens on your shoulders, striving to provide and protect, yet your soul becomes weary. Do not forget, my child, you were never meant to walk this journey alone. Surrender your anxieties to me. Release the tension in your heart. Trust that I will open doors for you that no one can shut. I have riches stored in heavenly places, resources beyond your comprehension. I know exactly what is required to see you and your household flourish. Believe that as you abide in my presence, creative ideas and solutions will emerge. Opportunities will be revealed, and timely provision will flow from unexpected sources. I do not ignore the material needs of my beloved children. If I clothe the lilies of the field and feed the sparrows, how much more will I care for you? When conflicts arise within your household, be swift to remember the power of your words. Speak blessings instead of curses, faith instead of doubt, encouragement instead of criticism. Look at your loved ones through my eyes. Many times, they wrestle with unspoken pain or silent fears. Be my vessel of hope, letting gentleness rule your interactions. If you need to correct them with a tender heart, for a soft word can break down walls that harshness fortifies. By demonstrating kindness in these moments, you allow my spirit to flow freely, bringing restoration and peace. I know it is not always easy, but I promise to supply you with the grace you need. Let the gentleness of my heart transform your approach, and watch how it melts away their defenses. In your spiritual battles, know that you are never alone. Angels surround you, standing guard, prepared to fight for your cause. Remember that you fight not by your own strength, but by the power of my Spirit. Call upon my name and see how the darkness retreats. Whether the struggles are internal, like doubt, anxiety, and temptation, or external, like conflicts, financial hardships, or sickness, I remain the same steadfast Lord who parted seas and raised the dead to life. I have never changed, and I will never fail you. There are times when you may feel overwhelmed by negative voices. People might sow seeds of distrust or attempt to lead you astray with empty promises. Stand firm in my word. You do not need the approval or acceptance of those who ridicule your faith. I have set you apart. I am the architect of your future. Your path is lit by my lamp, and no one can extinguish the flame of my spirit within you. Continue walking in integrity and holiness, even if the world around you glorifies deceit or compromise. Your righteous steps will be rewarded in ways beyond what you can now perceive. Some days you wrestle with guilt over past mistakes. You worry that my forgiveness has limits, or that you have disappointed me too greatly. Hear me clearly. My love for you is not fragile. My grace is not easily shattered. I fully know your weaknesses, every misstep, every shortcoming, and I still call you my beloved. I am the one who removes your sins as far as the east is from the west. When condemnation tries to ensnare your heart, silence it by recalling my truth. You are forgiven and cleansed by the sacrifice of my Son. Walk in that liberty. Let the shame fall away like worn-out chains. Rise and serve me wholeheartedly, free from the baggage that once weighed you down. I treasure the moments we spend together, just you and me. Those intimate times when you unburden your soul. You might sense a gentle warmth in your heart, a soft whisper in your thoughts, or tears flowing from your eyes. That is my spirit enveloping you, healing you and loving you in the most personal way. Never doubt that I hear you. You do not need eloquent words or religious ceremony. Speak to me from your heart. Yes, I am the Almighty King, but I am also your closest friend, tender and compassionate, always near. If you allow yourself to be vulnerable in my presence, you will find the inner healing you have long sought elsewhere. My child, open your eyes anew to the wonders that surround you. Too often the cares of life blind you to my fingerprints everywhere. A vibrant sunrise, a cool breeze, a smile from a stranger. All these can be my gentle reminders that I am near. When sorrow tries to overtake you, pause and reflect on my faithfulness. Count the blessings I have lavished upon you, both seen and unseen. As you do, gratitude will rise within your soul, pushing back the shadows of despair. Gratitude is a powerful key that unlocks joy in your life. Embrace it, dwell in it, and let it shift your perspective from lack to abundance, from fear to security, from despair to hope. Even in the face of your greatest battles, my child, you are never defenseless. I have clothed you with spiritual armor. You have my truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, my spirit, and my word. Stand firm, knowing that I, your commander, have already secured victory for you. Where you see an impossible mountain, I see a stepping stone to higher ground. Where you see a dark valley, I see an avenue to display my glory. Where you see brokenness, I see a canvas for redemption's masterpiece. Do not be intimidated by the lies of the adversary. He can only deceive you if you forget who you are and whose you are. You belong to me, the Almighty. You are covered under the shelter of my wings, and no enemy can snatch you from my hand. I also see the dreams in your heart, those visions you have laid aside, fearing they were unattainable. Today, I revive them. I stir within you a fresh passion to pursue the calling I placed on your life even before you drew your first breath. It is never too late to follow my direction. Age is not a barrier. Past failures are not a barrier. The only barrier is the refusal to believe that I can do exceedingly above all you ask or think. Allow yourself to dream again, not in a fleeting or superficial manner, but with the deep conviction that I am the source of your inspiration. Walk by faith, and let me open doors where walls once stood. Let me show you how limitless your potential truly is when you anchor your trust in me. Consider your relationships and the people who share your journey. Some of them have been pillars of support. Encourage them with gratitude and love. Some have hurt you deeply. Choose to forgive and keep your heart pure. Bitterness will only poison your soul, but forgiveness sets you free. It might feel impossible at times to release those who betrayed you, but remember how freely I have pardoned your every misdeed. Offer that same gift. Let go of the resentment and watch how peace flows into those broken places. Forgiveness does not negate the wrong. It simply hands the matter to me, the righteous judge, and liberates you from the prison of bitterness. I instruct you not to fear the future. Each year, each season, each passing day is in my hands. World events may look chaotic, but my sovereignty remains unshaken. Economies may fluctuate, but my supply chain never fails. Friends may come and go, but I remain constant. Even if the foundations of the earth give way, my promises stand. Surrender your anxious thoughts about tomorrow. Focus on following my voice today. If you take that step of faith, loving, forgiving, praying, trusting, obeying, then you align yourself with the current of my purpose. Before you know it, you will have arrived at blessings you once only dreamed of. You will look back and see how every twist in the road was orchestrated for your ultimate good and my glory. In moments of solitude, you might replay painful memories. You wonder how to heal from wounds inflicted by those closest to you. Give me those shattered pieces. Lay them before my throne. When I mend what is broken, I do not merely patch it up. I make it stronger than before, and I infuse it with the radiance of my grace. The scars remain as testimonies of what I have brought you through, but the sting is removed. Let my love fill those hurting spaces until no trace of bitterness remains, only a gentle compassion for others who have suffered similarly. Then you become a living testament to my redeeming power, shining as a beacon of hope for those who feel beyond repair. Your heart sometimes aches for the times when your household was united, when laughter was frequent, and misunderstandings were minimal. I assure you, my child, I am a God of restoration. If I resurrected the dead, parted waters and closed the mouths of lions, can I not resurrect the unity and joy you long for in your home? Do not underestimate the effect of consistent prayer and unwavering hope. Keep your lamp burning. Keep the invitation open for me to preside over every family conversation, every gathering, every meal. Include me in your daily rhythms. As you yield to my direction, I will bring peace to your domestic storms. I am your fortress and your refuge, always ready to bring harmony where discord thrives. Sometimes you isolate yourself, believing no one can truly understand the depth of your pain. But my child, I know you more intimately than you know yourself. I know the exact number of hairs on your head, the dreams you dare not speak aloud, the anxieties you bury in your heart. In your solitude, you might feel unseen, but my eyes are locked on you. You are never alone. And though I value your solitary moments with me, do not hide from the world out of fear or rejection. I created you for community. Find ways to connect meaningfully with others, to encourage them, and also to receive encouragement in return. I will bring trusted individuals into your life, those who can bear your burdens and remind you of my faithfulness when you forget. I also urge you not to minimize the power of your testimony. You have overcome battles that once seemed insurmountable. You have experienced my protection, my healing, and my providence in ways that defy explanation. There are countless souls who need to hear your story, to learn how I intervened and turned tragedy into triumph. Speak your testimony freely wherever I open the door. Your personal account of my faithfulness can break down the walls of doubt in another's heart. Don't be shy. Don't feel you have nothing of value to share. If I have touched your life, you have a message that can spark hope in others. Spread the good news of my love. Show people what it looks like to walk with me and be transformed day by day. At times, the burdens you carry are not your own. You ache for relatives, neighbors, and distant friends who suffer under oppression or sickness. You see an entire world crying out for peace. I see your compassion, and I want you to know that it reflects my own heart. Present them to me in prayer. Let your tears water seeds of intercession that will one day yield a harvest of healing, salvation, and rescue. Though you cannot solve every crisis by your own strength, I have the capacity to move mountains. And as you stand in the gap for others, you partake in my grand mission of redemption. Never grow weary in well-doing. Your faith and prayers have ripple effects far beyond what you can measure. Embrace the truth that nothing is hidden from me. Your good deeds, your secret kindness, your sacrificial love, and even the smallest gestures of thoughtfulness, none of these slip my notice. When you give selflessly, you display the essence of my character. And I, in turn, will reward you openly. Your reward may not always manifest as immediate comfort or material gain, but it will be far greater in eternal significance. Rest secure in the knowledge that I see and that I will always supply your needs according to my riches in glory. Be still, my child, and know that I have already carved out paths of blessing for you. When you see evil prosper, when the proud seem triumphant, do not lose heart. I remain the righteous judge. In my timing, justice will prevail. Focus on living a life that pleases me. Walk in integrity, speak truth, and maintain a heart free from malice. Even if it appears that the wicked flourish, understand that their foundation is fragile. Meanwhile, you are building your life on the rock of my word. Winds may blow, rains may fall, but your house will stand because it is anchored in me. Trust that I will vindicate you in due season. Continue to reflect my light in a dark world, and do not let the shadows of injustice extinguish your faith. I also caution you about the dangers of envy and comparison. When you observe someone else's blessings or successes, guard your heart from jealousy. I have a unique plan and timing tailored for you. Your journey is distinct, your assignments are specific, and your rewards are designed to fit perfectly within my blueprint for your destiny. Celebrate with others when they rejoice. Share their joy wholeheartedly. For in my kingdom, one child's victory is a victory for all. Embrace a spirit of unity and do not allow competition to fester in your heart. As you lift up those around you, you take part in something sacred, my family, woven together by divine love. Each member supporting the other with grace and humility. My love for you transcends every boundary. No mistake, no sin, no failure can separate you from me if your heart remains humble before me. Even in your worst hours, when you feel unworthy and ashamed, my arms remain open. Come to me without hesitation. Let my love cleanse you and then stand up again, resilient and free. You are an overcomer by the power of my spirit within you. Guilt and shame are burdens I never meant for you to carry indefinitely. Lay them down at my feet and walk away with a renewed sense of worth and purpose. You are my treasured child, and I value you more than you will ever fully comprehend. Stay rooted in my word. It is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword. It discerns the intentions of your heart, but it also breathes life into you. As you meditate on Scripture, you consume spiritual nourishment that fortifies you against doubt, temptation, and weariness. Learn to wield my promises in prayer, speaking them boldly over your life and your family. In every season, let my word be the lamp to your feet. When confusion threatens you, search my word for guidance. When fear grips you, speak my assurances. When sadness overwhelms you, let my truth comfort you. The more you anchor yourself in my word, the clearer my voice becomes in your spirit. And remember, child, that my presence can be found in simple, quiet moments. You might expect dramatic miracles, thunder from heaven, the roar of a mighty wind, but more often, I whisper in the stillness. Do not rush through your days without pausing to sense my nearness. Even in your busiest hours, carry with you an awareness that I dwell within you. I am the breath that fills your lungs, the love that quickens your heart, the wisdom that guides your decisions. When you feel alone, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and know that I am there. Let that knowledge console and empower you. Your life is a precious gift, and I want you to steward it well. Tend to your health, both physical and emotional. Care for your mind and your body. I have given you this earthly vessel to accomplish my purposes, so nurture it responsibly. Rest when necessary, because your worth is not measured by endless striving. Take time to enjoy the wonders of creation, a gift that speaks of my greatness and creativity. Laughter is also a good medicine, so do not neglect it. Find moments to rejoice, to relax, and to smile. In these small acts of self-care, you reflect your acceptance of my love, a love that wants you whole and thriving. I also urge you to cultivate a heart of generosity. Whenever you see someone in need, ask me how you can help. Sometimes it might be a word of encouragement, sometimes a financial blessing, sometimes just your time and attention. Freely you have received. Now freely give. Generosity has a ripple effect in the spiritual realm that cannot be contained. As you open your hands to bless others, your heart expands, and you make room for even greater blessings to flow into your life. Remember, my own heart overflows with generosity toward you every moment. You might wonder how to keep your faith alive in a world that values what is seen and mocks the unseen. Remember, you walk by faith, not by sight. When the storms rage and logic says you should give up, anchor your soul in my promises. Many will question your resolve, but I ask you to remain steadfast. Your unwavering faith may be the only testament some people ever witness, showing them the reality of my power. Pray for the strength to stay consistent, even when you feel your own resources running dry. In your surrender, my limitless resources rush in. You will discover that what is impossible with man is always possible with me. Even as you delight in my promises, keep your heart tender for the lost and hurting around you. The same love that rescued you is meant to rescue them. Offer a helping hand, a kind word, or a warm invitation. Be open to divine appointments where my spirit nudges you to speak hope into someone's life. Be ready to share the reason for your faith and the warmth of my love. Do not underestimate the impact of such small acts of grace. A simple gesture can ignite a spark that leads a wandering soul back home to me. I know at times you have felt overlooked or underestimated by others. You question if your contributions truly matter or if your dreams will ever be realized. Let me assure you that I see the treasures within you that you can barely see in yourself. I have deposited gifts in you that are destined to bless the world. Keep nurturing those gifts with diligence, humility, and prayer. Do not bury them because of fear or self-doubt. Step forward, trusting that I will multiply your efforts. You may start with small opportunities, but remain faithful and watch how I enlarge your influence. In my perfect timing, your gifts will make room for you, and you will stand before people you never imagined meeting. When you stumble, do not flee from my presence out of shame. Run to me, not from me. Let me pick you up, dust you off, and set you back on the path. Failure is not final when you place it in my hands. I am the God who turns ashes into beauty, mourning into dancing. If you allow me to weave your failures and regrets into my grand design, you will find they become catalysts for deeper transformation. Rather than sinking into despair, lift your eyes to me and see how I love you still. My love is unconditional, forging a covenant that cannot be broken by your missteps. In your secret place, remain alert to the voice of my spirit. I guide you gently, sometimes through an inner knowing, sometimes through a dream, sometimes through wise counsel. Test all things by my word. Do not be swayed by sensational claims or manipulative words that bear no resemblance to the heart of Scripture. I will teach you to discern my voice from the clamor of the world. As you practice obedience in small things, you will become more confident in identifying the gentle leading of my spirit. Know that I am for you. I want you to succeed in all that aligns with my kingdom and my righteousness. Keep a journal of my faithfulness. Document your prayer requests and the answers I provide, big or small. This record will serve as a memorial, reminding you in future trials that I am faithful from generation to generation. When a new crisis emerges, you can look back and say, "He delivered me before. He will do it again." Your gratitude will swell, your faith will mature, and you will inspire others to trust me in their challenges. Every time you document a new testimony, you build a monument of praise that testifies to my unchanging goodness. To the parents reading this, I encourage you to speak my love over your children relentlessly. Let your home be a haven where my word is honored and my spirit is welcomed. Pray together, sing praises together, discuss scriptures together. Model humility and repentance, so your children learn that mistakes are opportunities for growth, not shame. Teach them to seek my face first in every situation. Do not underestimate the seeds you're sowing through each conversation, prayer, or loving correction. In due season, a mighty harvest of godly character will bloom in your children's lives. For those who feel abandoned by friends or betrayed by loved ones, be reassured that I never abandon you. When people fail you, let it drive you deeper into the refuge of my presence. My arms remain steadfastly open. I am your constant companion, your truest ally. I will pour balm on the wounds inflicted by human frailty. Stay close to me, and you will discover a friendship that surpasses all others. My love will fill the void left by those who walked away. Then, from this place of wholeness, you can bravely step forward, able to form new bonds without fear of heartbreak, because you know your worth rests in me alone. I also remind you not to let offense take root in your heart. Offenses come, but you can choose not to harbor them. Living offended imprisons you, trapping you in resentment. The freedom I offer you is far sweeter. Cling to me instead of grievances. Let go of every insult, every rude remark, and trust that I will deal justly with those situations. Forgive quickly, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who mistreat you. This is the radical love that reflects my own heart and makes the world marvel, for it defies human nature and reveals the power of the divine. Whenever you feel your spirit growing weak, declare my promises out loud. Say, I am not alone, for my God is with me. My Lord strengthens me. He is my refuge, my fortress. These declarations hold supernatural power. They reinforce truth in your mind and invite my presence to manifest tangibly in your midst. Yes, you will face adversity, but you never face it alone. I am as near as your next breath. Train yourself to think as I think and to speak as I speak. You are my ambassador, carrying the fragrance of heaven wherever you go. Be mindful to celebrate progress, however small it may seem. Maybe you used to lose your temper daily, but now it only happens occasionally. That is growth. Perhaps you found it difficult to pray more than a few minutes, and now you find joy spending extended time with me. That too is growth. Cherish these victories along the journey. Do not despise the day of small beginnings, For from the mustard seed of faith, mighty trees grow. Everything great in my kingdom starts small, nurtured by faithfulness and patience. When you come to the crossroads of big decisions, choosing a career path, deciding on a move, or discerning how to steward your resources, invite me into the process. Seek my will above convenience or personal ambition. Let my spirit confirm the path of peace. If you sense confusion, pause and wait. I will show you the way in perfect clarity. Sometimes my answer may redirect you to a path you never considered, but trust that I see the end from the beginning. My vantage point is eternal, encompassing every detail your limited view cannot perceive. Your security lies in trusting me wholeheartedly. I delight in your worship. When you lift your voice or quietly adore me in your heart, I inhabit those praises. Worship is a mighty weapon that changes atmospheres. When you worship in spirit and in truth, you invite my reign to manifest in your circumstances. Walls crumble, chains break, and your perspective shifts to align with my reality. Let worship be more than a song. Let it be a lifestyle of surrender and adoration. In your daily choices, in the purity of your thoughts and how you treat others. Worship me by reflecting my love in all you do. Should you find yourself in a wilderness, unsure of where to go, remember how I led my people with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. I have not changed. Though you may not see a literal pillar of fire, my spirit will guide you through the desert. The wilderness is not forever. It is a place of testing, refining, and intimacy. Embrace the lessons there, for you will emerge stronger, carrying a deeper conviction in my faithfulness. On the other side of your wilderness, a promised land awaits. Let hope anchor you, for my hand never fails to fulfill what I have declared. Keep listening, child. I have more to pour into you. My love for you is a fountain that never runs dry. Let these words soak into every dry part of your soul. Feel my grace revive you, my peace settle you, my power embolden you. Do not think these are mere words. As you believe, they become tangible in your life. Faith is the key that unlocks heaven's storehouse. Do not hesitate. Open your heart wide. You stand on the brink of transformation. Let these truths catapult you into the life of victory and purpose I designed for you. Receive the promise that I am expanding your capacity. Where you once felt limited, I will enlarge your territory. In your relationships, in your ministry, in your professional pursuits, expect to see my favor at work. Let me remind you, favor is not just for your comfort, but for my kingdom's sake. I bless you so you can bless others. Be a vessel through which my goodness overflows. As you stay obedient, I will connect you to people, places, and opportunities that match the gifts I have planted in you. I will open doors no man can shut, and I will set you on heights you never thought possible. Reflect on the changes I have already made in you. Recall the times you used to stumble in doubt, yet you kept pressing on. Remember the heartbreaks that nearly crushed you, yet you survived and found joy again. See how I have lifted you from pits of despair. Acknowledge that every breath you take is evidence of my sustaining power. Gratitude is a mighty force that softens your heart and aligns your outlook with my promises. Let thankfulness become the soundtrack of your life. As you give me praise, you build a throne for me in your heart, and I reign there as your loving king. I want you to think about eternity. All the struggles of this present life, no matter how formidable they appear, are momentary compared to the eternal glory I have reserved for you. This is your blessed hope. One day, you will dwell with me, where tears, pain, and death are no more. Let that everlasting promise shape how you handle adversity now. This world is not your permanent home. You are a pilgrim, journeying to a glorious city whose architect is God. That perspective infuses even your darkest trials with meaning. You endure with joy because you see beyond the temporary. Keep that vision alive in your heart. Yet I also care about the here and now. I am not distant or unconcerned. I want you to experience the fullness of my spirit and the abundance of my kingdom while you walk this earth. I provide daily grace for your daily needs. I give you strength for each task, wisdom for each decision, and love for each interaction. Do not compartmentalize your life, reserving me only for spiritual matters. I am Lord over every dimension of your existence, your work, your friendships, your leisure, your dreams. Invite me into every aspect and watch how my glory manifests even in what seems ordinary. When you sense dryness in your spirit, come to me and drink deeply of my living water. Do not attempt to quench that thirst with worldly distractions or hollow pursuits. They may offer temporary relief, but they cannot satisfy the longing in your soul for purpose and connection with me. My presence is a wellspring that never fails. Drink until you are refreshed, revived, and ready to pour into others from the overflow. You will discover a joy that remains steadfast, even in adversity, because it springs from a source beyond your circumstances. I see your desire to shine my love in your sphere of influence. You might feel inadequate or unequipped. Remember, I choose the weak and make them strong. I select the ordinary and fill them with extraordinary grace. All I need is a willing heart, a vessel that says, "Here I am, Lord, use me." Do not discredit yourself with thoughts of unworthiness. Look at my servants throughout history. Many were flawed, timid, and unremarkable in worldly terms, yet they changed the course of nations because they yielded to my call. Yield to me, child. I will accomplish things through you that surpass your greatest ambitions. Look at your family with fresh eyes. Every member is a soul I cherish. They may falter, rebel, or stray, but my love for them remains constant. Let your prayers surround them like a shield. Ask me to protect them from harm, to guide their decisions, and to reveal my truth in ways they cannot deny. Keep your heart open for reconciliation. I am the God who turns estrangement into reunion, who transforms bitterness into empathy. Live in such a way that they see my character in you, and if they resist, do not lose hope. My spirit is persistently at work, beckoning them towards redemption. When illness strikes your body or the body of someone you love, do not succumb to despair. I am the ultimate physician. I can heal through miraculous intervention, through medical means, or through the comforting presence of my peace. Pray with faith, trusting that my will is always good, even when the journey to healing is longer or more complex than you desire. I am with you in the hospital rooms, in the sleepless nights, in the anxious waiting. Let my presence be your solace, my promises your anchor, and keep praising me, for worship ignites faith and draws you closer to my healing touch. I remind you that the supernatural realm is real, and it intersects with your daily life. You're not battling flesh and blood. The struggles in your mind, the tension in relationships, the repeated patterns of defeat, these can be rooted in spiritual oppression. Be vigilant. Arm yourself with my word, with prayer, and with a clean conscience. Renounce any foothold you have given the enemy through sin or negative thought patterns. Walk in the authority I have bestowed upon you. Command darkness to flee in my name, and watch how it must obey. Maintain spiritual vigilance, for you are an heir of my kingdom, and every spiritual blessing in heavenly places is yours. When you reflect on your journey, you will realize that I have been orchestrating it all from the start. Even when you were unaware of my presence, I was guiding you. I protected you in moments that should have ended in tragedy. I softened your heart when bitterness threatened to consume it. I placed key individuals in your path to guide you, encourage you, and correct you. My fingerprints are all over your story. Embrace this bigger picture. You did not choose me. I chose you. I called you by name, and you are mine. This divine calling means you have a role to play in my grand narrative of redemption. Embrace it wholeheartedly. Let your life be a living doxology, a hymn of praise that rises continually to my throne. In the silent prayers of your heart, in the daily tasks you perform, in the love you show to strangers, worship me. Honor me in your speech, your conduct, your thoughts. Allow my spirit to guide you into deeper realms of intimacy, where you know me not just in theory, but through personal, experiential relationship. That is where trust is birthed, and that is where your faith becomes unshakable, no matter how fierce the storms grow. You might question if you are truly worthy to receive the fullness of my blessings. Child, it is my Son's righteousness that clothes you, not your own merit. When you placed your faith in Him, you received a robe of purity that qualifies you to come boldly before my throne. Lay aside every lie that says you are disqualified. Those lies only hold power if you believe them. Instead, affirm the truth. You are redeemed, adopted, and cherished. Walk in that identity, understanding that your worth is determined by my love for you, not by your performance or the approval of others. I tell you these things because I want you to flourish. I desire that you walk in fullness of joy, that your countenance radiates my glory, that your words carry healing power to wounded hearts. You are my ambassador of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Let the seeds of this message take root in your soul and grow into a towering tree of faith that produces fruit in every season. You will bear love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And these fruits will nourish hungry souls who cross your path. Listen closely. The time for transformation is now. You may have stumbled through past seasons in doubt or lukewarm faith, but I am calling you higher. Let go of complacency. Stir up a holy zeal within your spirit. Dive deeper into the mysteries of my presence, into the wonders of my word, into the fellowship of believers who hunger after my righteousness. Seek my kingdom first, and everything else you need will be added unto you. I stand at the door, knocking. Will you open it wide? Will you let me flood your life with revelation and power? Surrender more fully, and you will see my hand move in ways that leave you speechless. I reaffirm my promise. You will see miracles, child. You will see broken hearts mended, broken bodies healed, shattered relationships restored, hopeless situations reversed. You will see my provision, multiplying your resources when the need is dire. You will see my supernatural peace standing guard over your heart amidst chaos. Yes, you will see the extraordinary, not because you have earned it, but because I delight in showcasing my goodness to those who love me. Prepare your heart by cultivating expectancy. Do not be surprised when wonder saturates your life. Rather, praise me in advance for the blessings yet to come. Look to the horizon and behold the dawn breaking. Your darkest night is giving way to the gentle glow of my presence. Step forward in faith. Let these words echo in your heart. I am with you. I am fighting for you. I am strengthening you. I am guiding you. Nothing can stand against you as you remain grounded in my truth. My love is a fortress that cannot be breached, a shield that cannot be penetrated, a fire that cannot be quenched. Rest securely in that love. Breathe it in like oxygen. Let it saturate your every thought and decision. Yes, my precious child, I see your tears. I feel your burdens. Yet I say to you, arise and shine, for your light has come. My glory rises upon you to guide you, to comfort you, and to send you out as an agent of compassion in a hurting world. That is who you are, a child of the King, chosen, redeemed, anointed, and infinitely loved. Hide these truths in your heart. Revisit them daily until they become your unshakable reality. Let them energize you to fulfill the unique calling I have placed on your life. Let them banish every fear that tries to hold you back. I speak to your innermost being, declaring that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No accusation against you shall stand. Every plan designed to harm you will be nullified in my courts. The enemies you see today, you will see no more. Keep your gaze on me and not on those who oppose you. My strong right hand upholds you. I am your advocate, your defender, your shield. The battles you face will only serve to refine your faith, deepen your trust, and display my majesty. Remain steadfast and know that I have already written your victory into the tapestry of eternity. As you move forward from this moment, remember that my grace is sufficient. When your strength wanes, mine surges. When your creativity dries up, I provide fresh ideas. When your heart aches, I pour in comfort. Let this assurance propel you into the next chapter of your life with boldness. Stand tall. Face every challenge with the confidence that you stand not alone, but with the God of angel armies at your side. Speak life. Spread kindness. Remain humble. Embrace love. Every day is a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to reflect my character and further my kingdom. If you ever feel distant from me, recall the words you have read today. Let them fan the embers of your faith back into a mighty flame. Remember that my posture toward you is always open arms, never condemnation. You can return to me 1,000 times and I will still embrace you. My fidelity to you is endless. Rest in that knowledge. You are safe here, in my presence, under the shelter of my unwavering devotion. I send you forth now, with my blessing. May your spirit be energized, your heart be purified, your mind be sanctified, your body be fortified, your relationships be edified, and your soul be satisfied in me. Let every part of your being resonate with my truth and my love. Go then, equipped and emboldened. The world needs what I have placed within you. My child, you have nothing to fear, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. I speak to you now with a heart overflowing in love, longing for you to hear and receive every promise I have for your life. I see your spirit trembling in the face of adversity, the questions in your heart, the concerns in your mind, and the burdens that weigh upon your soul. I want to assure you, beloved child, that I am here, speaking directly to you in this moment. Listen closely and do not allow your attention to drift away. These words are meant to ignite hope within you and to awaken the courage that has been buried by trials, disappointments, and fears. Let each sentence penetrate your heart like a healing balm, for I am your God, the one who formed you in secret, the one who has carved your name in my eternal book before the foundation of the world. I have chosen you with a mighty purpose. Yes, you, fragile as you sometimes feel, uncertain as you might be, I have called you by name. My plan has not wavered, nor have my intentions faltered. I created you with extraordinary potential, and I placed dreams within you that reflect my own heart. Even when obstacles tower like walls that seem impossible to overcome, and enemies circle around you ready to devour your hope, do not surrender. You and I will jump over every barrier together, and we will break through the oppression that tries to suffocate your spirit. Cling tightly to me, for my hand is extended toward you with unwavering strength and unrelenting mercy. I know there have been times you've asked, "Where were you, God, when my heart was crushed? Where were you during my tears and anguish?" Let this be a moment of divine revelation. I was with you all along, even when you couldn't perceive my presence. I caught each tear, I counted every heartbeat, I took note of every breath and every moment of uncertainty. My love never disappeared. Trust that I am He who heals every wound. I not only cleanse your sins with my precious blood, I want to erase the painful memories that echo in your mind, resurrecting guilt and shame. Let them be swallowed up in my light, for your past has been redeemed. Release yourself from the trap of constantly looking backward. If you keep reopening old wounds, they will continue to hurt and slow your progress. Focus on the fact that you are alive this very moment, and because you live, I will shower you with blessings that go far beyond your expectations. Prepare your heart, for miracles are on the horizon. Blessings are being birthed, and your deepest dreams will manifest in my perfect timing. Perhaps you fear that the hope you once had has diminished. Do not be afraid. Like seeds long dormant under the cold soil, your dreams are about to break through the surface. I have destined you for restoration. Even the energy of your youth, which you thought was lost to seasons of disappointment, shall return at my command. Instead of dwelling on what has been, fix your eyes on the brilliance of your tomorrow. I, the Lord, have set a new horizon before you, one bursting with promise, vitality, and fresh possibilities. Do not be distracted by fear or consumed by regrets. Your heart has already begun its transformation, filling with courage and readiness for what is next. The purpose I've placed in you will be fulfilled, and when that happens, your heart will leap with an indescribable joy you've never known before. The sorrows of your past are now non-existent in my eyes. I have cast them away. I have forgiven you. Your debt is paid in full. Even if some people refuse to forgive you or continue to bring up your failures, do not remain in an environment that suffocates your spirit. Love them. Pray for them. But you are not bound to allow their negativity to bury you. I came to give you life in abundance, not to see you crushed under the weight of constant humiliation. So, if you find yourself in a place where my word is twisted and used to control you, break free. I did not create you to live in captivity. I made you to soar in freedom. I am calling you to step out from under the oppressive yoke that people or circumstances have placed upon you. Listen to my voice, for it leads you toward genuine liberty. I caution you about the dangers that might threaten not only you, but the ones you love. Sometimes the circumstances around you whisper the lie that you must stay in destructive environments. But I assure you, if a place or group tramples on my spirit and refuses to embrace the healing truth I bring, let go of them. I want you to be safe, to walk with me in serenity and wholeness. Move away from places that drain your soul and try to shackle your wings. There's a future I have planned for you, where you can flourish, a land where my abundance flows like a mighty river, nourishing every corner of your heart and your home. However, if you decide to remain in the place where your worth is demeaned, if you continue to subject yourself to those who constantly demean and underestimate you, then do not come back to complain to me about the wounds you knew you could avoid. I am here to guide you, to protect you, but I also respect the choices of your free will. I ask you to walk in wisdom. Listen to the voice of my spirit within you. You are not obligated to stay imprisoned by shame or guilt or other people's opinions. You have the power to move forward, and I will walk beside you every step of the way. You are not destined for suffering. You are my child, and I've paid for your sins with my own blood. You are clean, forgiven, redeemed. Let this truth sink into your soul. No one has the authority to define you by your past mistakes. I've already erased them, removing them as far as the east is from the west. Now, lift your eyes to me. Ask whatever you need, and I will answer in ways that will surpass your understanding. My might is limitless, and I love exceeding your expectations, revealing my glory in the middle of impossible circumstances. That's why I urge you to believe wholeheartedly. Let your faith be resolute. Refuse to stay in the same place of hopelessness. Rise from your despair and walk onward. I am with you, calling you out of old mindsets and stale routines. The promised land awaits, that dream you harbor in your heart. The place of blessing where doors open effortlessly and your spirit thrives. The ground itself seems to blossom with my provision when you walk in alignment with my word. My dear child, I speak to you tenderly. You have no idea how special you are to me. If only you could see yourself as I do. If only you could sense the magnitude of my affection. When you gaze into a mirror, you see imperfections, regrets, or limitations. When I look at you, I see potential beauty, courage, and a vessel destined for my glory. Let this truth reshape your self-perception. Let it fill you with the strength to break chains and the boldness to chase your destiny. You might feel the weight of your weaknesses, the regrets of past failures, or the sorrow of lost opportunities. Let me remind you, I specialize in turning ashes into beauty, in transforming what is broken into something magnificently whole. I have placed within you resilience and bravery. You are stronger than you think because my voice resonates in your spirit, sowing seeds of unwavering courage. Understand this fully. By my sacrifice and resurrection, you are already victorious. You are no longer fighting for victory. You are fighting from a position of victory. The door to my presence stands wide open. Nothing hinders you from coming to me. When you approach with thankfulness and humility, you will behold how my love pours out in ways that leave you speechless. I say to you, come and sit at my side. Open the eyes of your heart and see that you are blessed beyond measure. Your inheritance is vast. My power is at your disposal, and my love is unconditional. Ask, and you shall receive. For my delight is to satisfy you with the finest of wheat and to sweeten your life with honey from the rock. Lift your head. Do not surrender. You have a divine purpose to fulfill, and I will supply everything you need to accomplish it. My love for you is profound, and even if your mind cannot fully comprehend it, your soul can believe it, and your heart can embrace it. You can walk by faith, certain that I never lie, and that I am always by your side, orchestrating every detail of your journey for good. Believe what I'm telling you. Believe it when I say that I do not want you to suffer any longer. Yes, I see the difficulties, and I know you struggle to maintain a brave face for others. Behind the smiles you show to the world, I see the exhaustion of your spirit. You do not need to mask your pain with me. Speak honestly, for I can handle every tear, every unspoken fear, and every doubt. You do not have to carry these burdens alone. Lean on me, and I will lift you from the dust, breathe new life into your lungs, and infuse fresh faith into your heart. Take my yoke upon you, for it is gentle, and you will find the rest your soul craves. I have called you my child, making you part of my royal family. Do you understand the weight and privilege of that title? As my beloved child, I have set aside numerous gifts and wonders for you, each timed perfectly to unfold in your life. Be patient as my plans unfold, and you will see your inner being overflowing with joy. You will witness my word fulfilled right before your eyes. Do not be troubled if, from time to time, the darkness seems strong. I am stronger still, and my light outshines even the darkest nights. My angels walk beside you, guiding you at each step, protecting you from the hidden snares of the enemy. When you wake in the morning, turn your heart to me in prayer. This simple act invites me into every aspect of your day, and you'll sense my hand shaping your path. Though unexpected difficulties may arise, do not panic. Quickly whisper my name, and I will illuminate the way before you. ensuring the steps you take align with my wisdom. I will show you signs that confirm you are on the right path, and I will give you the discernment to avoid the pitfalls that want to ensnare your progress. You have my unwavering commitment to your well-being. I only ask that your heart remains loyal, that you harbor no deceit, and that your intentions stay pure. Ask, and it will be given to you in harmony with my perfect will. You are a child of the Almighty. This is not an empty phrase, but a reality sealed by my own blood. Therefore, stand tall, confident that no one can stand against you, for I am by your side, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I take you by the hand with tender devotion, ensuring that each step you take is covered by my grace. You will watch as new pathways open. Whatever you undertake in my name, aligned with my nature and my love, I will bless abundantly. You will see prosperity in the goodness you cultivate, and success will follow the endeavors you commit to me. Never forget that I alone see the full scope of your future. Trust in my perfect design, and see how I bless your family. Even the fruit of your labor will be evidence of my favor upon you. Misery shall not overtake your household, because my presence surrounds you like a fortress. My spirit wards off the devourer that seeks to strip you of peace and dignity. I stand guard against disease, strife, and bitterness, cleansing the atmosphere of your home with my holy presence. I have vowed to remain faithful to you for all eternity. I only ask that your faith be unshakable, like the minuscule mustard seed that grows into a towering tree. So too shall you grow beyond what anyone else deems possible. Speak to the mountains in your life with the authority I've bestowed on you, and watch them move. Never doubt my unfailing nature. I am the God who keeps my word, regardless of external circumstances. I will never abandon you. I love you across the span of eternity, from the moment of your creation and beyond any horizon you can imagine. Remember, I know every secret chamber of your heart. I know what you feel, what you think, and what you will do next. You cannot hide from my loving gaze. I invite you to release all anger and thoughts of revenge. Those who harm you walk in a confusion and emptiness they themselves often do not understand. Pray for them. Bring their names before me. I alone can reach into their hearts with truth. I alone can open their blind eyes. Do not invest your precious time in petty arguments or resentments that only drain your energy. Set your eyes on me, on my kingdom, and the abundant gifts I have in store. Remember that I've walked with you from the day you entered this world, and long before that moment I had already formed the blueprint of your destiny. Even in the darkest valleys, I have been there, upholding you. Yes, you are strong. Yes, you have courage. But do not be deceived into thinking you must rely on yourself alone. My grace is sufficient for every need. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Trust this fully, and you will witness a transformation that will leave you in awe. The wounds of the past are healing even now. Trust me, you will not suffer as before. This is your hour. This is your day of liberation. Lift your hands and surrender your heart to me, for I am already granting you a fresh outpouring of joy that will form a new foundation for your life. Even this year, you will see radical changes if you hold fast to my love and walk in obedience. As you receive my impartation of courage, fear will lose its hold. Your heart is becoming fortified against every lie, every torment that tries to creep in. I will not allow you to walk through any trial that lacks a divine purpose or an ultimate reward. Every test you face is an invitation to move deeper into my presence, to discover the treasure of faith that rises victorious over adversity. I'm changing the way you perceive yourself. I want you to see the extraordinary value I place upon your life. No matter what your past has been, be it triumphant or riddled with defeat, my love expands with each season you endure. Every experience you've had Each challenge you faced has served to shape and equip you for the destiny laid before you. Your family, too, is in my hands. Whatever fractures you see today, trust that I will bring healing in due time. Their hearts will mature in wisdom, and you will be a witness to their growth. If you persevere in prayer, even the toughest hearts will be softened by the gentle rain of my Spirit. Keep standing in the gap, for this process will not last forever. Reconciliation is on its way. Bring me your concerns. Yes, I see you lying awake at night, torn by the burdens you carry. Come to me first. Let your anger subside before you attempt to set boundaries or enforce discipline in your home. Never use harsh words that slice through hearts like a knife. Instead, pause. Let my Spirit calm you, and then lead with love. Speak with kindness. Enforce rules with clarity, but never in wrath. You and your loved ones can establish a household where my peace reigns supreme. When you feel moments of frustration boiling up inside, close your eyes for a moment and call on me. I will remind you that the ones in your home are precious souls I have entrusted to you. Your words can build them up or tear them down. Let me guide your tongue so it releases blessings rather than curses. Know that I watch over you, not just during the day, but also at night. I stand guard while you sleep. My voice can lull you into a serene rest, reminding you that I am weaving goodness into your life. Even in your dreams, I can plant seeds of revelation that prepare you for the future. When you wake, you will feel a renewed sense of determination, discovering that even chaos cannot shake you from my arms. You might not always understand my methods, but trust that I will never allow any trial to surpass what you can handle with my help. If in this moment you believe you have reached your limit, remember that my strength extends beyond your perceived boundaries. You can take one more step, and then another. For I have gone before you and secured your victory. Yes, I say, victory is already yours. You may not see it yet with your physical eyes, but do not be deceived. In the spiritual realm, I have conquered every foe on your behalf. So dry your tears. Rise in faith. March forward with your head held high, praising me before you even see the outcome. Just a short distance away, you will stumble upon a wellspring of reward that validates your perseverance and loyalty. You have fought with dignity, refusing to compromise your integrity. And I, the Lord, honor that steadfastness. I impart to you now a supernatural strength that crushes serpents, scorpions, and every demonic force aiming to destroy your peace. No evil power can lay a hand on you, for you are hidden in the shelter of my presence. I want to see you filled with unshakable confidence, with an assurance so profound that no circumstance can deter your faith. Yes, let your eyes sparkle with the knowledge that everything beautiful you've been yearning for is coming. This is the essence of faith, trusting my promises so firmly that you remain unshaken by storms. Your trust delights my heart, and it invites me to show you even greater wonders. I often remain silent for a moment, envisioning the luminous future ahead of you, a destiny so resplendent it captivates my gaze. Imagine that I, the creator of galaxies, stand in awe of the glorious story I'm writing in you. Do not tremble in the face of trials or shrink back from challenges. My hand is at work, shaping your character and refining your faith. When conflicts arise, grasp my hand more tightly. Confront them with courage, confident that you will not face them alone. Promise me, you will not let your emotions dictate your responses. Do not be enslaved by the spirit of fear or the heaviness of anxiety. I, your loving Father, am here to comfort you, to sustain you, to multiply the fruit of your labor, and to bring clarity to your clouded thoughts. But above all, I gift you the absolute certainty that my affection for you is endless. Even when you falter, when you slip into sin or doubt. My grace is here to lift you back up. I will never revoke my love. Your daily life may sometimes feel like a winding road, full of unexpected twists, but within each turn lies an opportunity for a greater victory. Let your face radiate joy, even in adversity. Let your smile reflect my compassion to everyone you encounter. Especially within your own household, let grace abound. Let forgiveness flow. This reveals the power of my Spirit at work in you and testifies to my ability to do miracles in hearts that open themselves to me. All the trials you face have purpose. They prepare you for triumph. I am always right there, pouring love, patience, and strength into your soul. If you pause to sense my presence, you'll notice a calm washing over you, no matter how fierce the storm outside. I look at you with admiration. I commanded you to be strong, and you took my words to heart, pushing beyond what you thought were your limits. In your commitment and drive, you have exceeded even your own expectations. You're a testament to perseverance, a living demonstration that my seeds of faith, planted long ago, have germinated and borne marvelous fruit. Therefore, better days lie ahead, new expansions, open doors, and fresh anointings. You're nearing a place even greater than your most extravagant dreams. I do not want you to stop until you seize that promised land, a place overflowing with blessings you never imagined possible. Sometimes the negativity of others chips away at your confidence. You notice envy, rejection, or criticism from people who claim to love you, but rarely celebrate your achievements. They might even dredge up your past to belittle you. But today, let this be a turning point. Decide that you won't allow their words to undermine what I'm doing in you. Their memories of your past do not dictate your destiny. Stand strong in the identity I have declared over you. You have shown resilience in the midst of profound sorrow, and you have chosen an attitude of victory rather than defeat. No one can steal your determination to do good and to remain on the path of truth. No enemy's voice can override my promises. You are mine, and I will surround you with my love. I will confront every adversary that dares to come against you. The enemy tries to sneak into your thoughts to stir confusion and mock your faith. But I'm here to remind you that the presence of your trials does not negate my power. Throw off any mindset that suggests you're alone. Run to me whenever life's complexities multiply. If weariness settles into your bones, if you have multiple decisions to make and no clarity, sit at my feet. Your uncertainties do not diminish my protection or my affection. Understand this. I did not orchestrate the afflictions you face. Do not confuse the troubles of life with my hand punishing you. On the contrary, I am here to rescue you, to strengthen you, and to turn the stumbling blocks into stepping stones. I never intended for pain to define you. From these fiery trials, you will emerge refined, but not destroyed. Yes, your future is bathed in magnificent light, so radiant that the forces of darkness try to cloud your vision with despair. They seek to steal your blessing, your sense of destiny, and your confidence in my promises. But here is the decisive truth. You hold the key. Your faith is a spiritual sword that cuts through every blockade on your path. Yet, if you let yourself drown in self-pity or negative emotions, you might sink. Conversely, if you allow my Spirit to reign in your heart, you will soar. I have already done everything necessary for your salvation and victory. I have provided an inheritance that cannot be corrupted. Now it is your turn to stand firm in the faith you have cultivated. Do not turn back when you are so close to the realm where miracles become your daily reality. Keep pressing on. You have invested tears, late-night prayers, and unwavering devotion. All of these efforts have not been in vain. It doesn't matter if your family acknowledges your sacrifices or not. Keep your focus on the prize, on the finish line ahead. Your faith and power of choice are sturdier than steel. Commit yourself wholeheartedly. Many gave up on their calling and now live in deep regret, but your story will be different. My presence envelops you, my spirit rules in your home, and the very windows of heaven will swing open, pouring blessings upon you. Expect new manifestations of my grace, fresh gifts of the Spirit that will flood your household with overwhelming joy. Hearts that left in anger or misunderstanding will return, softened by my love, and there will be reconciliation. Let go of fear, for I am with you. Cast aside anxiety, for I am your God. I uphold you with my victorious right hand, filling your life with heavenly favor, so that my glory is made visible not just to you, but to everyone around you. Your faith has positioned you under an open heaven where blessings await you in abundance. Through you, I will also reach your neighbors, friends, relatives, and anyone else you encounter. You are my chosen conduit of grace and healing. But first, allow me to continue the marvelous work inside you. Each morning, come to me in silent expectation. Reflect on the miracles I've already done in your life. When you were cornered by impossible odds, I showed myself strong. Every challenge you have overcome stands as a monument to my faithfulness. Do not lose sight of this. From now on, greater blessings will come your way, but the key lies in returning to my presence daily with a thankful heart. Now pay close attention. Your season of tribulation is concluding. Dark clouds are dispersing. My divine breath is blowing away the gray skies to reveal the bright dawn of new beginnings. From this point forward, every step you take will be guided by my favor, aimed at deepening the peace in your soul and elevating you to levels of joy you never knew existed. I bend my ear to your voice. When you pour out your heart to me, I listen with tenderness. Your prayer is not background noise to me. It is the sweet sound of a child communing with their loving father. Even your tears, those unspoken petitions, are turned into praise when you place your trust in my unwavering goodness. Watch how I will replace weeping with laughter, sorrow with rejoicing, confusion with clarity. My presence, saturating your mind, will guard your thoughts from torment. Remember, when I speak, my word does not return void. Beloved child, never underestimate the lengths I will go for you. My love transcends all boundaries. I will leave no stone unturned in demonstrating my devotion to you. I will protect your home, bless the land on which you dwell, and shower you with daily reminders of my closeness. Each sunrise that peeks through your window is a gentle whisper of my renewed mercy. Each note of birdsong is a serenade of my affection. As you step out each day, you will witness signs of my provision, from little coincidences that solve big problems to sudden rays of hope piercing the darkest gloom. Where you once saw impossibility, you will begin to see my overshadowing might. So do not think that your life will remain the same. I am God Almighty, and I have decided to intervene powerfully on your behalf. All that was stolen from you, time, resources, relationships, can and will be restored under my hand. You held on to hope when others chose to give up. You prayed while some chose to party. You sacrificed while others indulged. Therefore, your harvest time has come. You will reap in joy what you have sown in tears. When you see my favor manifesting, do not hesitate to rejoice openly. Declare my goodness, for it is not your own strength or intellect that has brought you this far. It is my grace. The magnitude of my love does not hinge on your performance or your emotions. If you feel me near, I am here. If you feel empty or alone, I am still here. I never depart. So in moments when discouragement knocks at your door, recall the truth. I, your God, dwell with you. I will never abandon you, nor will I permit any calamity to triumph over your eternal soul. You are secure in me. The storms come, but they do not have the final say. My presence remains, solid as a rock, beneath your feet. Rest in my unshakable nature. Look back at the countless obstacles you have already overcome. When the enemy tries to whisper that this time will be different, that you're doomed to fail, respond with the testimonies of the victories I have already won for you. I have defied the odds on your behalf, repeatedly. Therefore, do not shrink in fear. Stand tall and ask yourself, who can thwart my destiny for your life? Only I decide your ultimate outcome, and my will for you is good, radiant, and full of promise. I am the one who parted seas, the one who calmed storms, the one who conquered death itself. Is there anything beyond my power? I am the Lord who formed the universe, and I call you to be part of my cherished flock. Yes, I treasure you. I take pride in who you are becoming. My angels have been dispatched to guard you. Rejoice, for my shield of protection surrounds you, warding off sickness of mind, body, and spirit. The moment has arrived for you to lift your head, no longer weighed down by memories of humiliation. The season for you to rise and see the wonders I've laid out before you is now. I, your Creator, vow to stand with you forever. My heart and my hands are extended in an everlasting covenant, beckoning you to trust my goodness every single day. I long for you to hear these words of love. Even if life's circumstances appear disheartening, fix your gaze on me. I am present in the sunshine and in the storm, ever mindful of your needs, ever faithful to send the right resources at precisely the right time. The gentle breeze in your quiet moments is my breath soothing your anxiety, reminding you that you are never alone. I anchor you in the center of my will so that your burdens fall away, and my peace washes over you like a cleansing rain. Even in your fiercest battles, you will discover that I am right there with you, whispering words of triumph, fueling your hope, and casting out fear. Yes, I am here wherever you are. You do not need to journey to distant places or scale lofty mountains to encounter me. I am speaking to you right now. I am a loving Father, intimately close, easy to reach, quick to answer, and full of compassion. Let me clarify. My ways transcend human logic, but my heart is fully accessible to anyone who seeks me. I'm sending you new mercies with the morning sun and restful sleep at night. My love envelops you, warming every corner of your soul and guiding your feet onto a path free from dread. Understand that I have witnessed each trial you have endured. I see your present tears, your regrets, and the places where you feel most vulnerable. Nonetheless, you are still here, alive, able to lift your hands in worship. This is evidence of my sustaining grace. You exist by divine design, and your tomorrow is bursting with possibility. Let your mind reject every false accusation that says you are worthless. You are mine, marked by my love. I speak these truths now to reaffirm my presence in your life and to remind you of the destination I have prepared. Your journey is leading you into green pastures and still waters, a realm of internal peace that overflows into every external situation you face. Trust in my timing, even when the wait feels endless. I'm orchestrating changes in your home, in your future, in your character, and in your dreams. Surrender your heart fully, allowing me to do the work only I can do. I am rearranging circumstances in such a way that all things will work together for your good. But I need you to trust me enough to step aside and let me be God. When you try to control every detail, you limit what I can do in your life. Release the grip of anxiety, for I am more invested in your well-being than you can possibly imagine. Let me guide you across deserts, and lead you into lands of abundance you never knew existed. I wait for you with open arms. Feel my embrace. Sense my desire to carry your burdens, to erase those nagging anxieties that rob you of joy. Don't struggle in your own limited strength. Let the currents of my spirit carry you to deeper places of rest. I hold you firmly by the hand, and I promise that no harm will overwhelm you. Even if you stumble into the darkest valleys of your own making, I will descend into those depths to lift you out. You will not be overtaken, and no one will gloat over your downfall. You are destined for a life so brimming with my goodness that people around you will notice the change. I want them to see the radiant peace on your face. I want them to wonder about this hope that anchors you through every storm. I want them to realize that you are my precious child, protected and loved beyond measure. Grant me the joy of bringing you out of desolation and setting you on a path luminous with my glory. Let me transform your despair into dancing. Let me unveil the wonders I have planned for you. Perhaps you feel that I'm repeating these promises out of a sense of duty, but my repetition stems from passion. I want you to be absolutely convinced. It is my love that draws me to you, spurring me to remind you again and again, because I see how easily doubt creeps in. I won't let you give up, and I won't let your circumstances stifle the grandeur of your calling. You might think your mistakes have disqualified you, but my mercy shatters that lie. My resurrection power declares there is no impossibility too great for my intervention. No matter how many times you stumble, I stand ready to catch you and give you a fresh start. Steer clear of those who seek your downfall, who try to drag you back into old patterns. They desire to keep you bound, to see you walking in circles. Instead, fix your eyes on my truth. Step away from the cynical voices that corrode your soul. Surround yourself with those who see in you what I see, who call forth your potential rather than question your motives. I want you to discover a deeper understanding of who I really am. I'm not distant, harsh, or condemning. I'm gentle, nurturing, and unchanging in my affection for you. I do not aim to rob you of your desires, but to refine and fulfill them. I will fortify you with self-control, enabling you to rule over your emotions rather than be governed by them. You will be recognized for your calm demeanor when others erupt in anger. Where once you broke under pressure, you will now stand unbowed. My grace will shift your perspective, purifying your words so that they speak life rather than venom. People who thought they knew you will be astonished by the transformation happening in your heart. They might say, "This can only be the work of God." And indeed, it is I renewing your mind. Each day you awaken, I want you to recall my promises, feeling my voice guiding you. I will clear the path of hidden traps, removing opportunists and foes who lurk, wanting to exploit your vulnerabilities. I will shield you from false words, from plagiarists who try to take what is not theirs, and from gossipers who sow discord. When you lie down at night, you will rest without fear. 1,000 may fall on one side and 10,000 on the other, but disaster will not claim you. Safety is your portion, for you abide under the shadow of my protection. I ask in return for your faithfulness, your heart, your loyalty. I invite you to place me at the center of your ambitions. I am not here to crush your dreams, but to empower them with eternal significance. When you place your desires in my hands, you'll be astonished at how I bless them far beyond your original design. You think I have blessed you already? There is more, immeasurably more, waiting for you. Let me show you the depth of my everlasting love. Love that can never be shaken or diminished by any force. Receive these words as they merge with your thoughts and bring calm to your soul. Affirm your commitment to me by whispering, "My God, I love you. I give you my life and my loyalty. I will serve you faithfully forever. With that simple confession, walls crumble, doors open, and your spirit soars to new heights. There is no need to fear any crisis. Trials and threats have no power over the one who knows my might. When the world screams that there's no escape, listen for my still small voice telling you otherwise. In the place where you feel trapped, I open an exit you never saw before. In the darkest hour, my light shines the brightest. Child, I know you have sometimes fallen into pits of discouragement. That is precisely why I speak so clearly. I reach down my hand to lift you up. I refuse to watch you wither away. I want to guide you to fresh lands of spiritual abundance, filling you with a renewed sense of worth. You are precious in my sight, and I will never grow weary of telling you so. At sunrise, let my mercy awaken your heart. At midday, let my voice guide your decisions. At dusk, let my comfort lull you into sweet repose. In every moment, know that you remain enveloped in my grace. I have destroyed the record of your sorrows. I have erased every mark of your sins through my own shed blood. That heavy burden of shame is gone. I have yanked out the roots of torment, so they no longer define your identity. You are free. Yes, truly free. Tell yourself this truth until it resonates in your core. I am free forever by the power of the Lord's love. Not because you earned it, or because your actions merited it, but purely because my merciful heart delights in redeeming and restoring you. I recognize you cannot rescue yourself from eternal consequences, so I intervened. The price I paid for your freedom is my personal guarantee that nothing can separate you from my embrace. You might be tempted to rationalize, to ask how such love exists, or to demand explanations, but my ways are higher than yours. Embrace the mystery. Experience it fully rather than dissecting it. Let it saturate your being, mend the fractures in your heart, and flood you with hope. This love is the lifeblood of your soul. Perhaps you swore never to love again because humanity failed you, but behold, I, the creator of the cosmos, have come to court you with unbreakable devotion. I speak to you in a manner you least expected, using the everyday channels of your life to deliver a message that holds eternal significance. You do not have to go anywhere special to hear my voice. I am here. I chose to come to you, bridging every distance and destroying every barrier. Feel the magnitude of my affection. See how I dismantled your loneliness and place before you a banquet of joy. Let my hand steer your sails across the vast ocean of existence until you reach the harbor where I bestow your crown of victory. There, in my eternal kingdom, you will partake of everlasting celebration. Wealth that no thief can steal, peace that no storm can shatter, and love that no trial can extinguish. Still, I need you to take a step of faith. Cast aside unbelief. The enemy whispers doubts, hoping to keep you from discovering the fullness of my power. He knows that if you truly believe, the chains he's tried to wrap around your mind will disintegrate. Let your faith be childlike. Do not rely solely on your intellect. Seek my counsel in all your plans. Then watch how I prove myself faithful, leading you to greener pastures, waters of rest, and an environment where my spirit reigns, unthwarted by anxieties. There your spirit will drink deeply of my presence, and your heart will be satisfied beyond measure. Yearn for the day when your knowledge of me eclipses all distractions. You will grasp the immensity of my forgiveness, the boundlessness of my acceptance. My love is unconditional. As you absorb this truth, your very nature will transform. Fear will lose its foothold. You will not awaken each morning in dread of circumstances, but in eager anticipation of the wonders I have in store. You are not weak. You are resilient. You are not cowardly. You're lion-hearted. The trembling spirit you once knew is replaced by power, love, and a sound mind. Negative emotions that once rose and fell uncontrollably are being subdued by my word. Instead of anxiety, you find security in my faithful arms. My promise stands firm. You are free today, free to understand who you truly are in my eyes, a beloved son or daughter, enveloped by divine favor and unstoppable grace. Let my blessings follow you wherever you go. Let kindness and mercy be your companions. Then, when you cross paths with others, your presence will usher them into an awareness of my love. Yes, you carry my fragrance into every place you step foot. So, go forth with faith. If there are people you wish to bless with these same words, share them. Spread the seeds of hope and watch how I make them flourish. I am building an army of light bearers, those who know my heart and reflect it to a hurting world. I am the Lord your God, and I declare that you are no longer burdened by chains. Stand in the liberty for which I have set you free. Rejoice in the truth that I will never leave nor forsake you. You have a story that matters, a purpose that cannot be stolen, and a love that will not be quenched. Even when storms rage, you have a lighthouse in Maine. Even when your body feels weak, I infuse your spirit with fortitude. Yes, you are more than a conqueror through the power of my resurrection. Go forward in confidence, beloved child. I am with you always, even to the end of the age, and my words do not fail. They abide, as I abide in you, and nothing can break this covenant sealed with my own life. I love you with an everlasting love. Always remember that this declaration of my devotion is not mere sentiment. It is your unshakable foundation. Take courage in it. Breathe it in. Let it energize each step you take, each decision you face. You are mine and I am yours, forever. Take my hand now and let us walk boldly into the glorious future I have prepared for you, where every promise finds its yes and amen in me.